Oh, no.
Christian McCaffrey in the open field, inside the 30, inside the 20, McCaffrey touchdown.
All right, and we are live, people. We have quite the show for you tonight. We're looking forward to it. We got a ton of guests that are coming on throughout the evening, and we are here to talk about the NFL draft. This is the Panthers show, so of course we'll.
I'm out of here. It's the Panthers show. Oh my god!
We'll definitely have some.
I have everything. I have the whole gear ready for the Cowboy show.
So we will definitely kind of look at this in a Panthers eye, but at the same time we want to talk to other people as well about their teams, about the draft, how it's unfolding. And our first guest that we have on tonight is Jason Snyder. He is a writer for Dynasty Nerds, so he's one of them fantasy dynasty nerds. That's such a bad term there for you, Jason. But I mean,
I think it suits me just fine. Don't worry about it.
You're a strong IDP guy in terms of fantasy, so you can kind of help us out with these picks. And if you wanted to come on later on after we've got more picks, please feel free and share your thoughts. But it's great to have you. We are joined by my co-hosts Tom and Brittany Schmidt, as well as Cowboy Joe. So, Jason, let's just start off real quick with you. I mean, I already mentioned about the Dynasty Nerds here. How long have you been writing for them? And tell us about your team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and a couple Cowboys fans here.
That's why I saw that face like that.
I'm in enemy territory here. This is
take
scary.
It away. And also, too, I just want to share. I'm just gonna throw the NFL draft up here as we are watching. Oh, and actually, it's a commercial, so let's go back to that later. But I want to throw the draft up there so we can keep that on the side. But Jason, the floor is yours.
Neat. We didn't have that last year. So
I know it's new.
Technology moves fast, Brittany.
That's right.
This is true.
That is right.
Listen, I figured David Tepper's going to torture me anyway, so
punter at number 6. That's what I'm saying.
Make sure you have down.
Yeah.
No.
Well.
So
try to take a quarterback.
Jason, what are your thoughts? Let's talk real quick about your Eagles, since you're one of our guests here and you're an Eagles fan. They've got 2 picks in the draft. 15 and 18? Is that what they were?
That's
right?
correct. Yep.
What are your thoughts on what you think they'll do? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to combine them together and get a strong, solid player, or what's your take there?
Well, I mean, Jeff, you and I were talking a little bit about this before we went live, but I really think strategically they may look to move up. Now, if you're asking me to put my GM hat on, I would rather they stay put or even move back. I just feel they have too many needs to be, leveraging their draft capital to move up to get a player. But, there's players like Thibodeau that we mentioned earlier. We mentioned Sauce Gardner, the cornerback. And those are players that are going to be at a position in the NFL that are going to, they're going to command high dollar contracts. And so they want to get these kids locked up on rookie deals because that's how they manage their cap. And I mean, all smart teams do that. So I think if they see a player like that fall, they may make a move. I don't think that they're going to want to leverage both of those first, but if they can, say, throw in a second and get up to 10 or 11, something like that, they may consider doing something like along those lines.
Well, it's all going to unfold, and we're looking forward to that for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the player at 12 you have your eye on? Your first pick, like if you were to stay put, who do you have your eye on there?
At 15, you mean?
15, sorry.
Yeah, no. I think they have a lot of needs on the defensive side. So, I mean, there's been rumor Kyle Hamilton's a safety, and he's a really high-profile safety in this draft. They need safety in the worst way. Rodney McLeod, who's been a long-time Eagle, actually just moved on to Indianapolis this offseason, and they really need somebody kind of managing the back of their defensive core. He'd be a great ad for them. I just don't know he's going to make it to 15, but that's probably like my dream scenario, that he falls that low that they can snatch him up there. He's another guy that if he starts to get into the, late, 8, 9, 10, they may consider doing something to get up and get a player like that. Now, let me turn it around on you because I was doing a little cramming, knowing that this is a Carolina Panthers podcast. I was
We're going
actually
to try to keep it
surprised.
that way, at least sort of trying it to, at least,
I was surprised
We'll
to learn
see.
today. I know they had 6. I didn't realize they didn't have another pick until the 4th round, as it's
Yeah.
slated.
Well,
So
the second round
I
pick
got to
was
think that they're a prime candidate to try to trade down. I mean, they need to get some extra draft capital.
Wait a minute.
You
Boo! Wait, Goodell's on the stage. We got a boo.
I thought it was my
definitely a
question. I'm like, man.
Jason, that's a possibility. And of course, there's so many different possibilities of what they could potentially do. I think it depends on which player is there and who's in their wheelhouse in terms of the guy that they want. I don't think they're necessarily going to trade down just to trade down and get extra picks unless they have a plan, right? So
sure.
I guess it depends on how the board unfolds,
right?
And kind of
it depends on who's looking, who's got the interest too, right? I mean, from what I understand, left tackle is a sore need for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
but there's a lot of tackle candidates in this draft, so I mean, you could probably move down to 12, 15, and still get a tackle.
Pick up a second or third, just to
have
at least
exactly. Yep, that would be, I mean, my strategy, but we'll see what they're going to do.
Well, we know Scott Fitterer is a mastermind when it comes to trading back and getting picks. Get it all up.
But if Matt Rule has his way, it's a punter.
Yeah.
I think Rule's in a position to get overruled at this point.
Yeah,
overruled. I like that. It's a nice terminology there.
Let's even try to
do
do that.
Dream scenario for the draft. I want the Eagles picking kickers and the center. I want Giants picking 3 quarterbacks. Because Giants love quarterbacks.
Right. Well, that'd be 3 more than they have now, right?
Exactly.
See, at least we can bond on picking on the Giants. I'm good with that.
Yes, we could.
Yeah, you guys have that in common.
I'm always down to pick on the Giants, and I'm a Panther.
And Washington, the commies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Man. I'm really curious to see if Jacksonville is going to go with Trayvon Walker here, the defensive end edge from Georgia, or
they're going Aiden.
or Aiden Hutchinson. So there's talk that they might take Walker. It seems like that's what Trent Baalke wants to do, and of course he's familiar with San Francisco and also the Jim Harbaugh days, and of course Aiden Hutchinson went to Michigan with Jim Harbaugh right as the coach. So you got to wonder if there's a little bit of animosity there, and if that's why he might be kind of shying away from Hutchinson. It's some people are petty like that.
Man, he's pure. I like that kid a lot.
Hutchinson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
He's a stud.
All right, let's see.
All right, we got Daniel coming on. Let me go ahead and bring him on. Let's see. There he is.
Hi.
Little intro music.
I love it.
All right. That's not quite the WWE, but we'll take it. All right. Daniel, sir, how are you? Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you.
Thank you. I'm a little frazzled, actually. I've been working on a do-it-yourself project, and it went completely wrong. But, drilling into brick. Never do it. It's terrible. So, yeah, I had to get some things to try to fix the issue, but I finally got it resolved. I think I'm mounting a TV at a new house that I bought. So,
oh well, is it the new house that you bought or the TV?
It's the TV.
All right, okay, love it. All right, well, Daniel, it's great to have you, man. I've known Daniel for a long time. We've worked at Football Guys together. And, it's great to have you on here, Daniel. Daniel's a Titans fan. He's also a very proud Nashville Predators fan, too. He's a big hockey guy. So, Daniel, welcome to the show. We're kind of talking a little bit about the Jaguars and their first pick here, what they might be doing. But while I have you on here, I know that's not the Titans pick right now, but I wanted to get your take because this is a hot take, right? The Titans are kind of thought of as a possibility of maybe targeting a quarterback in this draft. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
I'm actually not completely opposed. Yeah, and I know, there's a lot of division among the fan base. Like, there's your Tannehill lovers that, say, oh, give him another chance. It's not his fault that, we've imploded 2 years in a row in the playoffs, and then there's others that kind of take the stance of, well, it's you've seen him mess up 2 times. He's not elevating the offense around him. The offense around him is really carrying him. I kind of tend to lean towards that latter side of him not being as good. Like he's definitely above what we've had in terms of quarterback play for quite a while. But I still don't think he's going to elevate your franchise maybe in the way that a Lamar Jackson or a Patrick Mahomes would. So I'm open to that possibility. And the other thing too to think about is the Titans' backup situation is abysmal. It's probably one of the worst in the league. They've got Logan Woodside that they've been rolling with for a couple years now, and hoping that maybe they'd stumble across a journeyman backup that would work out, or maybe draft one real late and see how it goes. But we've really just not hit anything there in a long time. So it would be kind of nice in the sense that, even if this guy doesn't end up taking Tannehill's job this year or something along those lines, we'd at least have maybe a backup that we could groom and would be a little bit better than what we've got.
Any particular quarterback of interest there, Daniel?
Oh, me. So I will just be completely honest. I've not scouted this class the way that I have in years past. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on this year, and I've just not really been able to do that at the level that I would like to. I feel more confident about what I'm about to say if I did, but I do like Ritter, a lot. So I just from what I've seen, and
it's hard to discount. What did he have? 44 wins in college. That's just insane. That's like you can't just wake up out of bed and get 44 wins. A lot of people say he's a strong leader too, strong arm, capable. But yet, we're not talking about him enough. So, there's some pieces that are missing. But I just want to get your take on what you thought the Titans might be doing there. So that's interesting. I've got a little bit of high drama here I want to share. I just found out that Thomas Davis has been named to give announce the Panthers' 2nd round pick, which they don't currently have right now. So, what's that all about, Brittany? What do you think that is? Brittany, Tom, are you there?
I'm here.
What do you think of that?
I think they better get a 2nd round pick. That's a slap in the face.
That means they're looking to trade down.
Right? Yeah. I mean, something like that.
They gave Thomas Davis the honor.
I wouldn't put it past Scott Fitter to figure something out. If they have it set to that, then something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask, where's Debo going?
That's a good question. And it's possible he doesn't go anywhere.
He looked great in a Cowboy jersey.
Don't want to take
Just saying.
We don't have the capital that they want.
Right.
The cap don't apply. Look at Kansas City. Look at the Saints. Look at Tampa. Just change a couple numbers in the books.
Yeah, how are the Saints still able to pay people if the cap is real? Like, let's be honest.
I'm convinced that's what they do. They just change the numbers in the books.
I don't know.
Put it all on bonuses.
Right,
they put it all on bonuses.
Yeah, or what is it? They take a year off. What's that?
Front end it.
Yeah, something like that. I'm like,
you do 30 reps, 200-pound curls. You got another $2 million more.
So when was this announced about Thomas Davis doing the 2nd pick?
It was just announced. Where did I see this?
Pick is in.
It was Schefter who mentioned it as far as the player who is announcing the picks. Okay, here's our Jaguars pick. By the way, I want to add in Scott Simpson here.
Oh.
I'm going to add him in here as well. Let's get him going. One sec.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
What's up, Scott? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. The pick is in. I don't know who it is, but let's see what's going on.
I know. We'll just hang on. Let me turn up the volume on this.
It's a punter from Australia.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's see.
Different though to me, he drops a little bit in coverage. He doesn't do that nearly as much as Micah Parsons.
Let me know if that's too loud, not loud enough.
He's going to rush inside over a
That sounds good here.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yep. And then he's going to be able to rush.
So yeah, let's see who it is. I still think it's Trayvon Walker if Trent Baalke gets his way. If he doesn't get his way, then it looks like it's Aiden Hutchinson, right?
They're asking him now to go be that edge
Man, if he falls too, the line's gonna take him.
Wow, can you imagine that?
Yeah,
Michigan kid playing in Detroit.
I mean, imagine if they didn't take him, because I know they're pretty high on Kayvon Thibodeau as well.
They are high on him, but you got to take him if you got to take him if he falls.
You would think.
No.
That's the craziness of the NFL draft, right? So while we're waiting, apparently the pick is in, but it takes a while. Scott, welcome, buddy. Good to have you.
Welcome. Thanks for taking time out of your night to spend with us.
Let me turn this down so we can hear you.
I'm really excited. Have we picked all the offensive players yet or no?
Yeah.
No.
No, I just kind of lowered the volume on this until we get the pick. But yeah, I don't know. We've been talking about a few different things. Daniel's a Titans fan. Jason is an Eagles fan. What's your team of choice there, Scott?
So I don't have a team of choice. You can kind of make fun of me for being a mercenary, but I just love football. So I was a Washington football team fan, or then Redskins growing up fan. But 2012, Dan Snyder, when he hurt RG3, I just said, listen, I can't be involved with this anymore. This is a terrible organization. My heart is being ruined. And so I just stepped back and
Trayvon Walker.
There it is.
wow.
Trayvon Walker, baby. Trent Baalke
man.
gets his way. Sorry, man, we interrupted you. Oh, wow. How about that? So what do you think?
That's wild.
Let's I guess we can talk about what Detroit does next, but at the same time, so you don't have a team.
Detroit.
No, I love everything. I mean, it's I'm addicted to football. Every game, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Saturday night. Ask my wife; she knows. Anytime it's on, I'm watching it. Unfortunately.
Well, we're both the same way. We're both sitting and watching it. So
That's great. My wife does not want to watch football. She plays fantasy football, but she doesn't actually watch football, and she's better than me. Don't tell anybody.
All right, I won't tell. The lips are sealed on that one.
No, I just think I sunk my battleship on that one.
You guys, educate me a little bit because I've been out of this draft cycle. I've just had a lot of real life stuff going on. I think I heard something about Walker and like some character concerns. Is that right, or am I imagining things?
Yes and no. I'm not sure if they're like legit character concerns or if it's more of like a just kind of like airing some dirty laundry that he might have done.
attitude, so to speak.
Yeah.
He's no Calvin Joseph.
So I mean, there's a lot of talk about him and how much he's risen up in the draft here, especially over the last couple months. Well, even the last week. But he's got that. This kind of came out in the combine. He's got real strong talent, right, and ability.
Pick's in already.
The pick is in for Detroit.
Oh wow!
I'm sure it is.
You think it's Thibodeau or Hutchinson?
Hutchinson.
If they're really loving Thibodeau, then he's going to stay.
He's
going to drop to 3.
Let's just say I wouldn't be shocked if it's Thibodeau because I know that they're high on him. But if I could
that falls on Houston.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
this is how it's unfolding. This is good.
Hey, he could drop all the way to 24 if he likes.
Character concerns for a player, though, it's all just based on the interview. One guy could not like what you say, and another guy's like, that's fine. It's all just based on an interview when it comes to character concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think he was drafted for his potential. I mean, he has some huge athletic ability. I think he just needs to get the experience behind it. And that's what they're targeting there.
You know who else Jacksonville drafted for their potential? Blake Bortles.
And all NBA players, right?
I know Daniel is the Tennessee fan.
Where did he go to again?
Who?
Blake Bortles?
Missouri. He went to Missouri.
Wasn't he picked by the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yep, for his potential.
Oh, you're talking about his team there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Detroit's pick is in. The fact that the pick is in so fast is shocking. I don't know. They might take Hutchinson. It's going to be really hard for them not to take Hutchinson.
They got the lowest quarterback pressure according to that, so they need edge.
Yeah, big time.
They definitely do. Let's see. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit here so we can hear it.
And the second overall selection in this draft, it's time to hear it from Roger Goodell.
Would you guys much rather be watching the draft, or would you rather be there in person among all the crowded people?
I like being to watch it like this.
That's hard, Jeff, because there were.
Yeah, there it is. They got him. They got their Michigan guy.
Going home.
There it is.
But yeah, Jeff, that's tough because I've been to a draft now, and I've also watched it on TV all my life, and there are aspects of both that I really liked.
Well, that's right, because they had it in Nashville, right?
Yeah,
and what was that like?
It was a once in a lifetime experience. I'm very glad I did it, and I'm glad I watched it that way. It was really fun to be very close to the stage. I was probably within 200 yards of the stage at one point, and I could have been closer if I really wanted to be, but I was staying with some friends, and they didn't want to get too much closer. So that was really cool. And then you could look up and see the different broadcast teams and their different spots. A lot of them had set up on the roof, so you could see the ESPN broadcast and things like that. And see those broadcast teams. So that was pretty neat. I liked also just it was fun. The moments where the crowd sang a song or something. There was a moment where they sang "Don't Stop Believing," and that was, with that many people, it's pretty awesome. You make the concrete around you reverberate. So it's just it was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Who did the Titans pick in that draft?
Well, I know AJ Brown was our second round choice.
Okay.
I cannot remember who they took first round. That
kind of an uneventful pick.
Yeah, I don't remember it off the top of my head. Hold on, I'm going to look it up because
I've never been to an NFL draft, and I'm not sure if I will unless it comes here to Charlotte or from what I understand, that the Philadelphia draft was pretty cool. Jason, were you there?
Jason, I wasn't there, no, but obviously watched it on TV like everyone else, and I'm familiar with that area, being close to the city and having been in that city, and you could just it felt almost similar to the Super Bowl parade in terms of the scope and the sprawl of humanity that was down there, because they had theirs outside, so there was really no limit to how they couldn't really limit the tickets if it's outside. I guess Tennessee was the same, Nashville was the same, right? But
it wasn't a ticketed event. It was just show up. There were aspects of it that you had to purchase tickets for. They have different fan events and things that
like VIP stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But you could just show up and be in the street and just hang out, and a lot of people did. And really and truly, if you had waited, if you had gotten in queue early in the day, you could have been right up there at the draft stage. I just didn't want to do that because I was hanging out with friends and doing stuff. So there were some people that just pretty much camped there from early in the day.
Sure.
So they could be right there. But it was still.
I got to imagine it's very similar to the game day experience, right? You get there early, you tailgate, There's certain aspects to being at home and seeing replays in high definition, and being on your couch and being comfortable. And then there's other things that, that you can't replicate by being at home. So there's pros and cons to both.
Another really cool thing about it too was there was an event at the Corner Pub where a very popular Titans podcasting team got together, and they had Jayon Brown, who was one of our linebackers, show up, and that was pretty neat to get to meet him and see how I compared size wise to him. I'm much bigger. He's actually really you wouldn't believe, being an NFL linebacker, he'd be kind of a slight guy, but he was small and very quick. I definitely would not be able to run with him, but it was just interesting to see how you would stack up to an NFL player.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jeff, to answer your question, their first round pick in 2019 was just some scrub named Jeffrey Simmons.
Oh, that guy.
All right. Well, shoot. I'm sure it was a fun draft, especially AJ Brown in the second round. Pretty good pick there. Scott, hey, I want to first of all, I want to say hello to you. I don't think we've ever met before. Well, yes, we have. Sorry, we have, but I've never had you on the show here talking about football or anything. You've got your own podcast, right? Isn't that right?
I do. It's called The Fantasy Millionaires, and during the regular season, it's every Monday night. It was during Monday night during halftime, but we're going to switch it to 6 p.m. And we break down the week. We kind of get you ahead. Normally it's a Tuesday thing. People talk about, waiver wire, all that stuff. We look at it Monday. As soon as the NFL ends on Sunday, we're at the hot off the presses is what we're doing. My co-host and I, Mike Collins. Actually, he had an interesting story for the draft. He went to the 2012 draft. He met RG3 before he was drafted by the then Redskins, with the Washington football team, now Commanders. And incredible story. You got to go backstage and meet him, talk to him for 30, 40 seconds, dap him up, and then 10, 15 minutes later, drafted. So I did not go on that trip. I said I did not want to go, and they all laughed at me later. So that's kind of how it went.
Ooh,
how about that? Oh, and there it is.
Wow.
Derek Stingley, the third pick.
Wow.
Awesome. Good to see
That's
that.
a surprise too. Yeah.
Good to see that.
They've needed it for years, though. That has been a sore spot for that team. And I mean, I know they need really everything right now because they've really gutted the team, but they have not had a good corner for a long time.
Gotcha.
Probably Jonathan Joseph, when he was in his prime, was the best corner they've had. So
yeah, that's a strong pick for them. I agree there. What are we thinking? Who's next? Jets, right? Jets are on the clock.
Yep.
Oh boy, I gotta wonder if we get 2 straight cornerbacks here with Stingley and then Ahmad Gardner. I don't know. Hey, I've got another guest coming on, and I don't want to have too many people on here. So,
I think Jason left.
Did he leave? Okay.
Yeah, he said it in the chat.
Got it. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it.
And Jeff, I need to jump pretty soon because I haven't had dinner. So
all right, go eat your dinner, and I hope you get your TV all straightened up there on the wall. And it's a pleasure having you on. As always, Daniel, you are a stand-up guy.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming on and giving us support and sharing your thoughts. And if you want to come back after the Titans pick, feel free. And we'll talk later.
I might hop back in later.
Sounds good, man. I'm going to go ahead and bring Jared in. Thanks,
right,
Daniel.
bye.
Jared.
Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, man. How are you? It's great to meet you. This is the first time we've done this. So welcome to the stage as we are talking NFL draft, watching everything unfold. And Jared is someone that I have admired in this kind of space here for a long time. He works for Draft Sharks. He writes for them. He does content for them. Jared, it's a pleasure having you on, sir. What's your take on the first couple picks?
Well, those are the 3 picks I had in my mock draft, so I'm 3 for 3 so far. So I'm pretty happy.
Nice, I like that. All right, so who's your 4th pick? Let's just ask that real quick.
Yeah. So I have the Jets taking Icky here.
Okay.
Icky Ekwonu. I think it could be Sauce too. This one is you saw reports of the Jets potentially going either direction here. I think Jermaine Johnson's like the wild card, but I think the Jets are more hoping that he can maybe make it to them at the 10th pick.
Gotcha. So Jared, what's your team? Who's your team?
I'm a Dolphins fan, so not much.
You got like a couple picks today. Or I mean, this draft.
Yeah, exactly.
But, Dolphins making some moves though, man. They're splashing around in the Atlantic.
Yeah, if nothing else, it should be a fun offense to watch, right? All that speed.
Yeah,
there.
Tyreek. I'm really curious to see how all of those additions are going to affect Tua Tagovailoa.
I mean, there's no more excuses for Tua, right?
No, this is it.
They added a couple of O linemen too, Tron Armstead being the most notable one. So I mean, there are no excuses for him. They have a new play caller, their new head coach, Mike McDaniel. I think he seems like a bright offensive mind. So I mean, it's all there in front of him. If he doesn't deliver this season, I think Miami's going to be looking for a quarterback in next year's draft.
Yeah, I'm just turning down the volume here on the draft just because
Who's your running back?
What's that?
They signed Raheem Mostert, who played under McDaniel in San Francisco, and they also signed Chase Edmonds from Arizona. So you're probably looking at a committee there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one to watch for sure. There's some value to be had there, I think, especially if that offense takes off.
And the AFC is just so loaded, though, right?
Yes, they'll be fighting for an 8th, 7th spot, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be a packed AFC.
Prior to 1995, when I saw that one Jets game with Sam Mills, I was a Dolphins person. I wouldn't go as far to say fan. I liked Dan Marino, and he was in Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
You're right.
So I do. Of course, my dad is a Jets fan, so I think he was much happier that when I was 6 years old and became a Panthers fan versus if I had stayed liking the Dolphins, because that could have been.
Well, the Jets are going to be in the basement for a long time.
Oh, and they're in.
Long time.
What's your guys' take on Zach Wilson? Ugly rookie year.
I think there's potential there.
Yeah.
He kind of came along a little bit in the second half of the season, didn't he? He showed me some things.
Like that.
I know, I do. I think he did.
I like that tweet.
What was it? I missed it.
It was
Sopranos. Who's joining the family?
It was Paulie. Paulie was wearing a Jets, zip up. Yeah.
Yeah, with Zach Wilson, it's hard to judge. I mean, what did he really have? No line, no weapons, no run game. I mean, it's hard to judge. Just hard to judge when you have absolutely nothing.
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, the scary part is that Mike White came in for a few games and looked better than Zach Wilson did. So
yeah, that was a little bit interesting there. I just think that Wilson is. We always see rookie quarterbacks kind of struggle a little bit, and then that second year they take a big step forward. I think we could really see that, especially. I mean, the Jets have a ton of picks here, especially a lot of high picks. I think they might be able to put something together that could elevate his status.
They could go tackle here and then take a wideout at 10, and kind of set then.
Or they could trade it all out to San Francisco for Debo.
Or that's probably even better.
Having himself a moment. Good for you, little Jets man.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if he went defense, though. Sal was a defensive guy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this might be Gardner, but we're going to find out if this is the case. And this is looking really good for the Panthers and their offensive tackle possibilities, right?
Yeah, right.
So you guys don't want Pickett at 6?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't personally.
Well, we were just discussing if this was. Oh, it's in. Let's see.
What is it, Roger?
I'm going to go ahead and bring in Ryan Weiss here. 1 second.
Hello.
Ahmed Gar.
Hey, Ryan. I said your last name right, isn't that?
You did. You crushed it.
I got it right. That was one or the other, and I'm trying to remember what it was before that you told me.
There it is.
Gardner.
There it is. See,
I'm trying not to spoil it because my TV's actually a little faster than your feed, so I don't want to
That's
say
funny.
it.
What's funny is I'm actually watching it on the ESPN app, and they're very fast as well. And so I'm like, I'm
a little
trying to
slow.
keep my mouth shut. So yeah.
Well, we can blame Hulu on that one.
Jared,
good. And yourself?
I'm good. Thanks.
Ryan, welcome back to the show. It's good to have you back. And we did this last year, and
Yes.
you smashed it out of the park. So welcome back, sir.
I even picked my only Carolina color T-shirt for
All
tonight.
right.
So.
we need to see that more up front there. Let's look.
It's
at that
actually
one
a
more time.
wonderful charity run by Jersey Jen from Fantasy. Her sister runs a scene where they work with developmentally disabled people, where getting them into fantasy football. So it's a very cool thing that they do in their area. And they did this as a charity drive where you bought the shirts. And so I said, hey, it's the perfect color. It's the perfect charity. let's do it. So
you got a couple championship belts there behind you there, Ryan?
I do.
What is that all about, huh?
So our good friends over at Fantasy and Frames, Jorge Edwards, ran a charity IDP tournament a couple years ago, and I was the inaugural winner. So I have the wonderful belt. So I like to joke that I'm an IDP expert. I'm not anywhere near an IDP expert, but I have a belt that says I am. So.
Hey, there you go. That's all you need,
all
right?
you need is a belt.
Exactly. Matt Waldman was on my show a few weeks ago and was very impressed. He said that might be the best thing to have in the background of a fantasy show ever.
Yeah, that's nice.
Say the Jets hat, the draft hat is really ugly.
I think all of the draft hats are really ugly. It seems like they always miss on those every single year.
They go out of their way to miss.
I think it's the same marketing team that named the Commanders.
Yeah.
It was New Era, right?
Yeah.
New Era is the ball cap. I mean, they do great cap. I don't. This one that I have on isn't by them, but I have one that is, and it's great. But it seems like the draft cap is just a disappointment every year.
So living here in the DC area, they're calling them the Manders. So,
Manders. Oh
the
man,
Manders.
the salamanders.
It's the Manders.
Way more bothered
I'm
by
calling
that
them
than
the
I
Thomas.
should be.
Right.
So Scott, are you Maryland? Are you Virginia? Northern Virginia? Reston? What are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm Maryland. I am up in northern Montgomery County. It's technically Gaithersburg, but it's more Damascus. So I'm going to say, there's some Coors Light cans in the recycling bin next to my house.
It's all a big traffic jam up there anyway, isn't that right? Come on.
Man. So I have an accent. I never thought I did. When I grew up, I thought Marylanders did not have an accent. I thought we were kind of neutral, like net zero. So you guys are from around the United States. Do I sound like I'm from Maryland? Like, that guy's a Marylander right there? Is that?
What's crazy? Anytime I would go somewhere, and I was born and raised in New Jersey. So it turns out New Jersey has a specific dialect that people are like I could be in Florida and they'll be like, New Jersey.
I was going to say, I can hear it on yours. I do not believe you have an accent.
Yes, it's a tone. Okay. Yeah, that's
so, I mean, Scott, I don't think there's a big misconception with people thinking that we talk like we're actually, but that's the New York accent, that thick kind of.
Hey, do it. You can do it.
No, I don't want to do it. Ew.
Do the accent.
No.
You were an actress.
No.
Oh, goodness.
I would love to stick around and hear all the accents, but I got to jump. And I was going to say,
yeah. Hey, thanks for coming.
To be on here and hopefully come back next year and have some offensive players drafted because I'm team offense.
Next year, when my best friend recently got married, so I had to go to New Jersey last week. But next year, I'm hoping I can have Joe and Jeff over at my house, so that way, this week was a little crazy. I'm getting the new windows.
Hide the liquor. That's all I'm saying.
That's when it turns into cowboy hour when Joe comes.
All right, later, Scott. Thank you again, buddy. Appreciate it. Take care. I love your background. See ya. All right.
If Joe comes over, it's cowboy hour.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
It's a hostile takeover. Me and Joe versus you and Jeff.
All right. So what are the Giants doing here? Are they taking a tackle? And if so, who?
Giants are taking a fullback.
You think they're taking Iquanu?
I didn't expect Licky to still be there for them.
Neil,
yeah, that's it. Well, that's where I'd go with.
The pick is in.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out.
That was fast. It's amazing.
Remember, they're not picking Jones's option. They're not picking it up. So
just ready, they have their pick, no debate. They're ready to go. And then other teams literally take the whole time.
9 times out of 10, they have their man, and the next guy, they're just sitting there waiting for the phone to ring to see if anyone wants it.
Hey, maybe the Panthers get Jones next year.
No.
He's a Duke boy.
So the pick apparently is in, and this is going to be interesting because there's definitely a tackle available for Carolina at 6 if they decide to go with that.
I want Cross.
Yeah, Ryan, what
personally,
what are you thinking is going to happen here in the next couple picks?
So I definitely believed they would be going tackle this entire time, and I actually in my last mocked Evan Neal falling to them. I think Evan Neal might be the best player in this draft, and so I think I was big aboard. Jacksonville should have taken him at 1. I'm fine with what they did, but I think it should have been Evan Neal. I think he needs to be the pick here, and I think any team really coming up could use the best offensive lineman in this draft.
What if this is Kayvon Thibodeau? Because keep in mind that
you don't expect him to be there.
Yeah. if that's the case, Carolina has their pick of all 3 tackles, and they might trade down if they can.
Yeah, definitely be the right move.
Here we go. Let me turn it up more.
Yeah.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. He looks like an anger translator.
Oh, stop.
He's hyped for life.
What is it? Look at him, man. Who is this guy?
I respect passion in fellow fans.
Stronger than ever, as you can see.
Look at this guy, man. He's loving it.
Fellow fans of
This guy's going to have his own Twitter account here in a second.
Yep. He's
Crazy
gonna have
Giant fan.
Followers at the end of the night.
Giants' first pick comes true. We hope this wish will be a turning point.
So make a wish, dude.
To being a sports
shoot.
in the future.
Well, they said he got a heart transplant and he's doing great. So
see, that's what happens when you don't listen.
Going, Jeff.
Hey, I said nothing immoral.
Oh, snap.
Let's see.
2022 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Kayvon Thibodeaux.
There it is.
There. Oh,
There
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Neil.
Wow.
Yeah, guys. All right.
You got to take
How
Neil.
far could
I got a feeling you guys are trading down.
What was that, Jared?
How far could Carolina trade back now and still get a tackle? Do you think?
Let's think about who's behind them, right? So the Giants are at 7, 8 is Atlanta, and 9 is Seattle.
Seattle, I think, is a
Seattle and
danger.
Atlanta could use it.
I don't know if Atlanta
And 10
would
is the
do
Jets
it.
again. So.
I was going to say the Giants are an issue with their next pick, and then I think Seattle's an issue, and then the Jets went defense as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because there was that story this week that Mekhi Becton ballooned to 400 pounds. I don't know how happy the Jets are with him right now.
That's interesting. That's good information there.
Okay, so I'm gonna bet we trade this pick and we go down.
Yeah, you guys.
See, the thing is, in order to have a trade, you have to have a partner. So who's moving up and who would they take?
The Eagles want to move up.
Yeah.
But why? Why would they move up here?
All right.
They want
they want somebody.
To be fair,
I think the Saints want to move up.
to be fair, it's kind of obvious that this is going to happen because how the heck then is Thomas Davis going to announce a second round pick?
That's what we were kind of discussing earlier. Jared, you missed
that's
that.
Interesting.
I don't know.
What's going to happen?
Did you guys hear that? Where Thomas Davis was selected to be the Panthers' second round pick announcer guy, and they currently don't have a.
They don't have a second round pick. I love that.
How's that for high drama? Oh, look at the guy. He's like enjoying his moment.
Ryan, who's your team?
I actually don't have a team. I know that's the super boring answer. I was a giant Eagles fan and more so a Donovan McNabb fan coming out of Syracuse. Okay. I was born and raised in Northeast Ohio. I wanted the Browns to take McNabb as number 1 because it was the year they came back. They took Tim Couch instead. So I followed McNabb to the Eagles, so much so that I named my son Donovan. So that is his first name.
Nice.
When they divorced, it literally broke my heart. So I joke that I root for my fantasy teams now.
Yeah.
Hey, so I wanna welcome to the show here to the stage both Jeff T. Fertiller and his son Reese.
Yes.
Hi, welcome.
How are you guys? Good to see you. We've got some drama here in the draft as there are 3 tackles available with Carolina's pick coming up next. We're talking about possible trade situations. How far would they need to trade? Who could potentially be a partner?
How are we going to get a second round pick when we don't have one?
Yeah, that kind of thing. So
welcome,
guys.
That's why you tune into a Carolina-based show because most people would have never known that. That's awesome.
It is. And we're happy to be here. Love Hasley. I don't know. I just hope that there's no quarterback here for the Panthers.
Oh, I hope that there's no quarterback either. It doesn't make sense right now. Yeah. If they're going to do it, maybe trade up in the second round to see who might be available, Sam Howell or something like that.
I want to throw a quick question out since you guys would be closer to this. I was actually positing this on a show last night.
All right.
So everyone's been saying you can't go quarterback because Matt Rule is playing for his job.
Yeah.
Does management care that Matt Rule is playing for his job?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I don't think they do. I think they have to. They
really don't care what Matt Rule has to say about anything right now.
That's okay. So that's
conference yesterday. It could take 6 years. He's okay with being patient. However, I don't think it should take 6 years if you build a.
This is a trade. Look how long that time is taking.
Oh, guys, hey, I'm bringing in Matt Patani, the draft day.
Hey!
Matt, which tackle are we taking here, buddy?
You're trading out, dude. Look how long it's taking for them to pick.
I know they're waiting. Look at the pick is not in, so they're on the phone. They're going, okay, how much? Okay, no, All right, they're doing all of that.
You, bro.
I don't want to jinx it.
They're trying to include Matt Rule in the deal, but I don't think they're taking it.
The pick is in.
I would love it if we were able to ship him.
So I just want to say that my feed is a little bit delayed. So Brittany's going to know the result before I will, as well. Most of you probably will, but
pick's in for the Panthers.
Is the pick in?
Yep, I just got it.
My feed's probably like a minute off, but
it all depends.
Matt, what's your thoughts?
If they go quarterback, and it's Matt Rule's, his job doesn't matter. He'll get overruled by Fitterer. No pun intended on that one.
Yeah, I like that.
I think though Ryan's question is the way they were talking up McCaffrey. They want more instant results than a rookie quarterback. That's my take.
That's fair.
And so I think that they're going to pass on quarterback, and it'll be Jimmy G or Mayfield or somebody like that.
Yeah, well, maybe it's Sam. I mean, McAdoo seems to want to work with the guys, so let's see what he can do.
Actually said that one of the things that actually drew him was he wanted to be able to work with Sam. And I mean, I will say Eli had some of his best years under McAdoo when
and the things Eli's praised him for, footwork, release, knowing that's what Sam
needs work on.
You know?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So, among other things.
Among other things, yes.
My dad and my brother are Jets fans, and so we share the.
I was gonna say you're just a tortured family at this point.
Yeah,
we are a very tortured family.
Who's got the statue of Adam Gase in their house? Is it them?
Not me. I can't see. Definitely not me.
I think at this point for Panther fans, Gase is a step up.
The last year that Gase was the coach, he's like, I'm not watching a single game until this bastard gets fired. He did.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And he's been around since, he was a kid with Namath and all that. He didn't watch that whole season until Gase got fired.
Good thing is he didn't miss that many wins, right?
No, he didn't.
We'll go back to the live feed here once it comes on. But shoot, Matt, great timing, buddy, coming on. Hopefully we get a tackle here.
Perfect. Yeah, if it was up to me, I would take Iguanu, but it's not up to me. I think all three of the top guys could start at left tackle right away, and I even like Cross in some of these.
That's who I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't expect Neil to be there. That changes the game for me.
Yeah.
So it's hard to speculate, but there was some talk about Neil's medicals. I don't have any information about that, but a guy that size, it wouldn't be that crazy for him to have like a knee issue or something.
Yeah, it all depends. All depends on the system and the blocking they expect. Some are better than others in your system.
Well, we're going to find out here real soon. Well, you guys are going to find out before I will. That's unfair.
I literally just crap talked people who wait till the very last minute.
And then you guys did it.
And then we did it.
Oh, we got Matt Holder too. Let me add him on here as well. Hang on.
Hey, Ben, I'll be sending you an email.
How we doing?
All right, let's see what we got. Hey, guys. Welcome, Matt. Thanks for joining us. We got the Panthers pick coming up. All three tackles are available, buddy.
Yeah, I figured I'd join just in time.
We're kind of excited, and my feed is like a minute delayed. You're going to know the answer before I will, or we will.
I'm just seeing all the fans.
Well, let's go. Let's go down the line. Who's the pick?
Oh, man.
Neil.
Neil seems pretty good. Cross might not be too much of a shock, in my opinion.
I'm saying Nicky. I'm going Nicky.
He's the better pass protector, and we want Sam Darnold to stay
What are
on
they
his
doing
feet.
to my Panther?
Uh-oh.
Peeling. What are they doing?
Who's that? So it's Icky.
Icam Ekwonu.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, boy. That's so... This is uneventful now.
That's
wow.
Wow. I'm not mad about
They
it.
could have traded down for that.
They got their guy, right?
Boy, staying home. All right.
Well, on the bright side, this is your consolation prize for missing out on Rashawn Slater last year.
Very good point. I didn't notice that he was from Providence Day in Charlotte.
Really?
Who?
That's even better.
Who is?
Icky
is? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that either.
So maybe he grew up a fan.
Homecoming.
Which is even better.
How about that?
I always get excited.
He's wearing Green Bay colors right now.
Suit.
Look at that. Holy cow. He's like from
great
Zamunda.
I think Hasley would look great in that suit.
Oh, are you serious? No way. I can't pull that stuff off.
Oh.
If I did, I'd look like a big marshmallow.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to get more out of Christian McCaffrey, this is one way to do it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that answer.
I guess that means that Christensen's going to guard.
Yep.
That's right.
Christensen
Look
goes
at that.
to guard.
So
That's
local
right.
boy stays local. I kind of like that.
I like it.
So who's all right? So right now it looks like you got Moten on the right, Icky on the left, Christensen probably at left guard. Who's the center?
Bozeman. Bradley Bozeman.
They just signed Bozeman.
I was gonna say he just got here.
And then the right guard is what? Corbett.
Austin Corbett.
Yeah, Austin Corbett, and then of course Moten on the right
That's
tackle.
pretty solid. I mean, there's no real holes there.
Yeah. Well, it all depends until someone gets hurt.
Just
Hang on,
I
got another guest I want to add on here. One sec.
I'm gonna hop off, Jeff.
Okay, Jared, appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having
man.
me, guys.
Great.
Yep.
Great to see you.
Thanks for coming on.
Congrats on Icky.
All right,
Yes.
thanks.
All right.
Yeah, I like this pick. I mean, he's not like the most elite athlete like they show in the graphic, but he's so like violent, you know.
All right, I'm
like
adding a
that.
Panthers fan to the mix here.
Tell
Here we go.
Put him on Cam Jordan.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey.
That's my buddy.
Oh,
How do you do? What up? What up?
What do you think of our pick, bro?
What's
let me go to. There we go.
What?
Yeah, he's freezing up. Oh, what do you think of our
We
pick?
didn't draft a quarterback.
All right, let's hip hip.
Hooray!
Hooray! Yes, I like the fact that we didn't draft a quarterback, but now I'm kind of wishing that they had extra picks.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do.
So now we were talking, Jeff and I, and we found out that apparently Thomas Davis is supposed to do this phantom second round pick, but we don't have a second round pick. So
That's why he's the man for the job.
He's gonna materialize a pick out of nowhere. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but
Trade somebody. Trade Robbie.
Yeah.
He gets paid.
I don't think Robbie's a second round material though.
no, he's not. I don't know what's gonna happen there.
He's likely like an 8th round material if we had an 8th round.
So, Brittany, introduce your fan here.
this is my friend Joey. Joey and I have been friends since, well, we met on Twitter as well. Probably like 2010, 2011-ish.
Okay, so wow.
So,
Long
I
time.
mean, I met a bunch of my fellow, because that's how I connected with fellow fans, not having been born and raised in New Jersey. You know, I met a lot of my friends that became like family that are Panthers fans through Twitter. So, Joey is I call him my younger brother here in the South because he has the same name as my brother, but he likes a better team. So,
And he does a hell of an impression of Matt Rule.
oh, do your Matt Rule impression.
We just gotta watch the film. Rome wasn't built today. It took JC 7 years. Next question.
That's pretty good.
Wow,
Not bad. There we go.
So I've got an icky factoid for you guys.
Okay.
He won. You guys might know this, but he won the Carolina State Championship at 285 in wrestling.
Damn.
And he was 12th in the nation that year.
Boy can move people.
Dang.
I love a former wrestler. I love a former wrestler on either side of the line.
The Mauler.
Evan Neal, next pick, John.
Well,
there it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put it down.
More
on the board.
Yeah, listen, if this guy is violent, I want him on Cam Jordan. I want him messing Cam Jordan up. Like, pick him up and toss him down.
This is all from Dane Brugler's The Beast, which is like a really good report. But another factoid, he ran the anchor leg of the 4x100 as a senior at 285.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That's
He's been clocked going like 13.2. I don't know if that's good or not, but he's really big.
So Matt, have you seen that? I think he's a D lineman or tight end, big dude that's in the recruiting cycles. That's like a foot taller and big compared to everybody else winning sprints. Have you seen that?
Oh no, but I have concern about guys that are too big. I do.
What is Evan Neal walking through, man? Is that like a House of Horrors here?
This is like weekend. This is like
Matt and I had that discussion about what is it, Philale? That he was too big and you didn't like that.
I don't like. I wonder about guys that are 6'9" and above.
Even
like
6'9" and above, Matt.
Mackey.
Who? Sorry?
Becton. How tall is Becton?
Oh, Mekhi Becton. Okay.
Oh, he's like 6'7". The guy we were talking about was Daniel Falele.
Oh, Falele, yeah.
He's like 6'8", 390, and it's like, is that too big? You know?
Dang.
Dude,
I think Mekhi Becton is too big right now.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. His body's not really holding up.
No.
Oh. So the only other person who has a huge smile on their face is Christian McCaffrey with that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this means, Matt, you said before that if they take one of the top 3 tackles, that not only will, of course, they be looking to run more, but you said that even when defenses know it's coming, they'll still be able to run. Isn't that right?
Yes, and this is that kind of player. He's that kind of player where it's like 4th and 1, you can run behind him, you know?
Yeah.
You need to have guys like that.
Absolutely.
And there is something special about running left-handed. I can tell you as like watching Becton 2 years ago, or like, you know, John Ogden back in the day. It's like a very interesting way to do it because the strong side is usually on the right and you give tight end help. But if you go left-handed, it's like you're attacking the defense's weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you had me at violence with this guy. To be honest, I definitely love somebody who's tough. I think the fact that he is a Carolina boy, a hometown guy, is wonderful as well.
With the way he can apparently move, I think we might see some fun screen passes to McCaffrey as well.
Oh, no doubt. Oh,
love that.
Just screen it to him and say, run behind that man.
Yes.
I mean, Brugler's really high on him. He has a 2 overall pick out of all the prospects. I mean, I would have been happy if the Jets took him at 4. He's definitely a guy that could have gone higher.
Yeah, that's Gardner Johnson, though. I mean, the dude allowed no passing touchdowns in his college career. How do you pass on somebody like that?
I mean, I get it, and it's a fine pick. It's just like I'm concerned about the offense. You know what I mean?
You're gonna get what's his name killed.
I mean, like this feels like a pick they made in reaction to all the other moves that were made this year by the other teams in the division, and it's like I get it, but it doesn't I don't know how many games it helps them win. You know.
Well, that's what happens when you have a defensive-minded guy. I mean, for so many years we watched it with Rivera. He always went defense, and that offensive line crumbled.
It's definitely a need. I mean, the corners were dire. It'll be interesting to see how they use him, and I don't think he's going to bust, which is all you can really ask for. I was really against the Oregon defensive end. As long as they didn't get the Oregon defensive end, I was fine.
I've got 2 people I'm joining into the stage here, Drew Davenport and Nate Polvog. How are you guys?
Fantastic. How we doing?
Drew. We are good. We are happy that Carolina didn't take a quarterback at 6. And now that I've got Nate here, Nate, you're a Broncos fan, right?
It's true. We have no picks in this round.
Right. Well, you've got Russell Wilson. Hey.
We didn't need a pick in this round. We got Russ. We're going to be cooking in Denver. Thanks for having me on, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, Reese and Jeff are also somewhat Broncos fans, right? Isn't that correct? Reese is.
Yeah. I was going to say, I saw a big Steelers shirt. I don't know about that.
That's only because I really don't care about which teams anymore. I grew up a Cowboys fan, but I'm anti-Jerry Jones. Sorry. But
come on.
So
we are too. So as Cowboys fans,
I like a lot of teams. So I wear a lot of teams' gear. we're going to drop, but I was going to say whoever's going to be at the FF Expo in Canton, look for us there.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, we'll be there.
I'll be there.
I think Drew's going to be there as well. Nate's there. Matt, I don't know if that's your thing.
Oh, take us in.
Drake London to the Falcons.
Oh, there it is.
Love that pick.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Especially with Ridley possibly out of here.
Yeah.
He's gone the year.
Well, they have so many needs everywhere, but receiver is definitely one of them. Top receiver off the board.
Well, all they had was
Pitts.
Did they even have a receiver? All they had was Pitts.
Yeah. You guys have a good one. We'll drop. Jeff, thanks for inviting.
You got it, man. Thanks a lot.
Good seeing everybody.
All right, take care.
Good to see you. Take care.
Bye.
Wow, I can't believe he's the first one off the board. Anybody else?
I actually called it in my mock, but I had him going to Washington at 11, so I thought he would be the first one.
I mean, I get it. If you look at the other guys, the other wideouts, they're like all like 6 foot 180, which is not like that's like Robbie Anderson. It's not like really that big.
He looks a little nervous walking all the way half a mile to the stage.
I'd be scared too if I had to play for the freaking Falcons.
Oh, snap. Hey,
hey,
Drew.
my division. I have to talk shit.
What's your team, Drew?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Steelers, okay.
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
are you wanting Malik Willis? What's your interest there?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the bottom line is we all act like we know what's going to happen. I don't. He could be just fine. I mean, I'm skeptical that he's going to be fine, but I'd be happy that they take somebody to try to develop. I don't. Obviously Trubisky, that's not a long-term move. Hopefully that's a bridge. So yeah, I'd be fine with it. I don't think he's going to be there, but I could be wrong on that. I've been talking about that for 2 months. Willis ain't going to be there at 20, but maybe he will be.
Take Kenny.
There's also talk about them potentially moving up. I know that Houston was thinking about trading down on their second pick at 13. That's a possible trade spot maybe for them if they wanted to move up, but they might not need to move up the way this board is going.
That's what I'm thinking. It may just be that he falls, but I've been skeptical of that. But gosh, I don't know.
You know what I love? I love and I know the Panthers have done this in the past where they share the calls that they make to these players. That's honestly one of my favorite parts of the whole draft experience. Even though we didn't get to see him really see the field, but when Thomas Fletcher, the long snapper, was drafted by us last year, I was like, yeah, I'll crawl on my hands and knees to Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I'll walk there or crawl there. Yeah, I'm gonna add another guest here to the stream.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, bro.
All right,
what's up,
Jay? Welcome, buddy.
What's going on?
Hi.
How are you, sir?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm absolutely ecstatic. I tweeted it out just a few minutes ago. I don't understand this emotion being excited about what the Giants do in the draft. This is all weird. It's been so long since I've been excited about the draft.
That you have a GM that knows what they're doing.
It's amazing. I really don't know what to do with myself. I thought I was going to be late because I was running laps around the house.
That's how I felt last year with Scott Fitter when he was doing all that trading and moving. I was like, what is? I'm not used to this.
Well, Jay, you got your edge rusher and you've got your bookend tackle. So
I could
there's
not
nothing
be
wrong
happier.
with that. That's
I will say, my number one choice would have been Sauce. I really, especially in Wink Martindale's defense, a talented corner is key. But I am more than happy with Thibodeau. And Neal was the guy that I wanted for the offensive line. So I'm over the moon right now.
I really thought the Texans were going to take Neal at 3, so I was surprised to see him slip past them.
Yeah.
I would have been perfectly fine with Icky or Neal.
Yeah.
And man, I just, like I said, I don't know what to do with myself right now.
I was hoping Jacksonville was going to surprise and take Neal at 1 and protect, their franchise quarterback and their running back coming back from injury. But
That's Jacksonville,
like
right? You know.
Lovie Smith is a defensive guy, so Texans went defense.
Yep.
I mean, could you imagine being a Jaguars fan right now? I
was thinking about that earlier. Like, people are actually Jaguars fans. Like, I'm sure I'm going to get.
I actually said that on a stream earlier. Those exact words.
I'm sure like the Jaguars fans are going to come out after me now. Like, I don't mean.
The show.
Well, at least we'll know they have some.
Yeah.
Right. They took the guy who has potential, and they did that before with a guy named Blake Bortles. Let that one sink in.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure
I know story about that.
Fans.
In my my home fantasy football league, we do stuff to try to jinx each other and play jokes. I have a Blake Bortles jersey in my closet downstairs that somebody bought and left on my front porch trying to jinx me. So I have a Blake Bortles jersey. Yeah,
nice. One of a kind.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze in Dave Kluge, who is in the
Ooh, hey now.
Let's put him in here. David.
Dave!
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the big stage.
Yeah, how about it? I've been watching for a little bit. Looks like you guys are having a good time here.
Yeah, we are. We are. Looks like we got, how many do we have? 8 people here?
10. We're at 10.
10? Are we at 10?
Packed house.
I was trying to log into the StreamYard room and it wouldn't let me. It kept saying the
same
room was
thing for
full.
me. It took me about 5 minutes or so to be able to get in.
Happy to finally be here though, and just in time for the first offensive player to finally go off the board.
How about that? To Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you mean the positional player? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Position.
First fantasy relevant,
I guess.
Fantasy relevant.
Fantasy value.
There you go. There it is.
In for the Seahawks.
So I know you're more of a redraft guy, Dave, and the Dynasty guys can speak up if you want to as well. But where do you think that? Well, we don't really know as of yet with other receivers, but where does this put Drake London in terms of rookie value?
I mean, you got to pay attention to draft capital. There's it's a pretty important factor. So I said it just a couple days ago. I don't really have any way to rank these top 5 guys right now. I was waiting for the draft, and this is one of the best positions for him. I mean, right now it's going to be the Kyle Pitts and Drake London show. So I'm all in on Drake London right now. I mean, obviously, if Chris Olave or one of those guys can land with the Packers or Kansas City, I might bump that. Yeah, I might bump them up. But right now, I mean, it's got to be Drake London. That's a great landing spot for him and top 10 draft capital. It doesn't get much better than that.
And his game fits Mariota's game quite well. You don't have to worry about throwing the ball down the field. He has an amazing catch radius because Mariota, ever since he's had that hand injury, he's been a little erratic, but Drake London can solve that. So.
I always
My immediate take was that I think I got to move Travis Kelce ahead of Kyle Pitts now. I mean, I was slotting Kyle Pitts in for 150, 160 targets, and I don't know if that's going to happen anymore.
Yeah, that's something that we need to talk about for sure. And as this redraft scenario kind of formulates itself here in the next day, really, a couple days. So, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, my question is going to be what they do at the running back position, because obviously Cordarrelle Patterson, there's no way he does again in 2022 what he did in 2021. That was a one-time deal. So if they don't upgrade at running back, this is a team that might be throwing the ball a ton with Mariota, Dave. And I mean, Pitts could still get that level of targets in this offense. It's not highly likely, but I don't think it's unreasonable.
Who's their coach?
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
Arthur Smith.
Tennessee guy.
I like to run.
The guy from Tennessee.
He'd be a run guy.
Yeah, he is a run guy, but if they don't have somebody that can do it effectively, you never know. I mean,
Since you brought up Cordarrelle Patterson, I just have no idea what to expect this year. I mean, are we going to see him play more of a true receiver role? It seemed like every week he was playing a different type of role, so I don't know what we're going to see him play for the entire season now.
What's the Seattle pick here? Oh, let me go to it. Let's see. Of course, I've got the delayed feed. Charles Cross. Okay.
All right.
They traded Russell away to finally draft him a lineman.
Right.
I'm sure Denver's on the phone right now.
Guys, I could be wrong, but aren't you a Chris Carson fan? Isn't this or am I imagining that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Chris Carson. I mean,
I was gonna say, I'm sure you're happy with this then.
Soured on him a little bit after the injury. We'll see how he does. I want to see him in camp before I can get too excited about him this year.
Well, I mean, even Rashad Penny was the RB1 for the last 5 weeks last year. So hopefully the Seattle running back can present some value because it doesn't seem like their pass catchers well.
I'm also a little bit less excited about a Drew Lock-led offense than I was about a Russell Wilson-led offense.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
What? Are you sure?
Who would you guys say are good running backs in this draft?
I haven't followed any of them.
That is a big man.
I don't know if
What's
I
that,
see any running
Brittany?
backs today.
The running
Say again?
backs.
In the first round?
Not even in the first round. Who's a great
Brees
running
Hall,
back?
Isaiah
You got
Spiller, Kenneth
Brees
Walker.
Hall, Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Spiller, Zamir White, who's someone that I like. He has injuries though that he's dealing with.
And I was going to bring that up. Does Atlanta
Jerome
still
Ford,
have,
James Cook?
Does Atlanta still have their own second round pick? Because we were talking about them addressing running back. If they're in the 8 slot in the second round, that's a great spot to address that. So
They've got 2 second-round picks.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a possibility. Definitely.
What did they get a second round for Julio?
No.
I say that's robbery at this point.
I think they traded Matt Ryan.
They have 2 third-round picks
that's
too.
right, Matt Ryan they traded.
They probably got.
This was a dire need for the Seahawks, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's been a dire need for a long time.
I mean, even like
It is
they don't
funny
even have
that-
anybody replacement level on the roster right now.
That is crazy that
they have like
get rid of
Greg-
Russell Wilson and finally get him an O-line.
Greg Island,
That was the best quote.
Jake Curhan. These are the other tackles. Like they don't have any other starters at the moment.
Matt, where do you have the Seattle offensive line right now?
It's pretty low, but I mean, like you can't have a line without tackles. Literally, that was one of those where it was actually hard to grade them because I didn't know who the tackles would be, But it was like 28th or something. Greg Island, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Greg Eland was their starter. Damian Lewis, Kyle Fuller, Game Jackson, that's fine. And Jake Curhan or Stone Forsythe is the other tackle. That's like 3 guys that shouldn't even be near the field.
If you don't know how to say their name, I'm very concerned because you're the offensive line guy.
They're good as prospects. Like I've seen Curran play some snaps. These are good swing tackle prospects, but these guys are not ready for prime time. You know what I mean? So they needed that cross pick bad.
Well, maybe they should take another lineman next pick.
I mean, they might. I don't know when their next pick is, but
The Jets pick is in, Matt.
Who is it?
I'm thinking maybe JJ, maybe a wideout.
Okay. They got Gardner in the first one there at pick 4. So
I mean, it might be JJ time.
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, they coached, the Senior Bowl, and he was like the best guy at the Senior Bowl. And he's a little old, but other than that, he doesn't really have any flaws.
Let's swing it to the feed, our delayed feed here. Drew's going to know it before us. I hate that. But
I think they were a little locked in on Drake London here, so to not have London here is a little weird.
Yeah.
You think receiver might be in the cards?
It's also
Without London?
a huge need. It's a huge need. The wide receiver room is the same as last year, minus Crowder and Cole, which is not good enough.
Dave, if they don't take a receiver here, what does that mean for Elijah Moore?
Well, I mean, I think that they're going to take a receiver, so I'm not even really thinking about that. I think that it's almost assuredly going to be a receiver here. But yeah, it would be great for Elijah Moore if he can somehow make it out of this draft unscathed. What I'm looking at right now, though, is who is coming up on the draft board. And I didn't think there was any chance Malik Willis was going to make it past 9 with all those QB needy teams at the top of the draft, but he might actually drop all the way to 20 now to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, how about that? And the fact that no quarterback has been taken, that should say a lot about this class.
It feels like that, that EJ Manuel year,
Oh wow, that's
that Geno Smith year.
So this is interesting on Twitter.
We got the pick in here.
Somebody tweeted
no trades yet, guys.
Fitter says they won't pick again tonight, but will try to do whatever they can to pick tomorrow. Only if it makes
Wilson.
sense and is the best long-term thing for the team.
Garrett Wilson.
Aaron Chase.
Aaron Chase retweeted that.
How about that?
I feel like
that makes sense.
The guy's first name.
Oh,
Look at that flashy man there. Woo! Sunglasses at night kind of guy.
Something's up with both New York franchises making good draft picks. With both their picks.
He's a little guy, man. I never realized how small he is. 183.
That suit is fantastic, though. My goodness.
It is.
Guys, I might have some more people coming on, and we can't fit them because
I was going to say it is my bounce time, so I appreciate
All right,
the invite.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
You
I
got
hope
it,
to be
Ryan.
back next
Anytime,
year.
buddy.
Absolutely.
If you want to come back later on when we're not so crowded, please feel free.
Absolutely. You guys have a great one.
All right.
You
Take
too.
care.
Ryan.
Yes, Jeff. Thanks for having me, man.
Take my leave. If you
Okay,
guys need more
Nate,
room.
you got it, buddy.
Thank you, Nate.
Dave, talking to you, bud.
Jay,
see you.
Days.
Gentlemen.
Thanks again.
Yeah,
We'll
see you in a
see
couple days, Dave. Adios.
All right, so let's go ahead and get in. Here we are. Dynasty Jake Estes. Where is he? There he is.
Can you hear me?
I got you, bud.
What's up,
Welcome
Jake?
to the show.
Welcome.
Oh, cool. All right, what's up? Who do we got on right now?
So we've got, let's see, Dave Kluge,
Sorry, I'm on my phone.
Drew Davenport. You've got my co-host Brittany and Cowboy Joe, and we got another one coming in here. Oh, Guga. Let me
And
get him
Tom.
in here as well. And Tom, exactly. Sorry, Tom. I know you're there.
Sorry, I'm
He
just in the
knows you
background.
love him.
He ain't got me yet.
No, we got Guga in the house, buddy. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. How you guys doing?
I am
Hello
good. I
from
love this,
Mexico.
man.
Good. Thanks for joining us.
No, thank you guys for having me. I want to say hi from Mexico. I'm having a beer over here in Mexico.
Wonderful.
Watching the draft.
We're gonna go full screen there for a sec. There we
Good,
then we can
good.
say hi. Awesome. So Guga does this podcast. It's in Spanish, and you know I don't really speak Spanish that well. I know some, but he's kind of helped me out. I've really appreciated him. He knows his stuff. Definitely appreciate you coming on there, man.
No, thank you, Jeff, for having me again. Second year here with you guys. Happy to be here.
Awesome, cool. Jake, what's going on there, man? You look like you're mobile.
We're getting adjusted. I was on my phone, but now I've switched. So give me just a second.
Is that a Warren Moon jersey in there?
Absolutely, and it's got the autograph on it.
Is that a Viking? No, what?
Oilers.
Oh, is that Oilers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's blue.
So
maybe
did you
my
hear the
eyes are just
rumor
Is that purple?
that Moon might be at the expo? This is the rumor.
Oh, really?
Really?
Is that
I
what
don't know.
Bob is saying?
Didn't know that.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. I thought that was the rumor.
I
don't think I heard it from Bob. I think somebody else told me.
And this is how rumors work. Because now I'll go out and say this, and then Jake will go out and say that.
Yeah,
and the next thing we know, he's going to be forced or
Please
strong
don't.
arming.
I like it.
Please don't.
Did you guys just see
Whoops.
Garrett Wilson kind of doing?
Yeah,
I was like Deion Sanders there. Hold on, it's kind of past my feed, but I'll put it back on here. But yeah, he has that Deion Sanders-esque vibe, you know, with the popped collar and the.
I was surprised Drake went to Falcons.
I hate.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it. That's my guy, but I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it. Expect a wide receiver to go in first round to the Falcons. That's for sure.
They have a lot of needs,
they have
right?
so
But I
many
mean, receiver's
glaring
one of them.
needs, That team, I'm not shocked, especially with Calvin Ridley now being out long term. They're really, you know, they're bleeding. They're essentially bleeding out. They need all the help they can get. But of course, you know, I had to trash the Falcons, and you know, the kid looked nervous going up on stage. It's like, yeah, you'd be nervous too if you were going to the Falcons.
Yeah, with Mariota throwing to you, and I endured that for years.
And you know,
Lot of
what
Mariota
the Falcons are doing right now, though. I mean, realistically, they're not competing for anything this year.
No.
So
No.
just kind of punt this season away. Use Mariota as that bridge quarterback, and then next year they've got Calvin Ridley coming back. They'll have Drake London, Calvin Ridley, and Kyle Pitts, and then presumably a top pick in a QB loaded draft. I mean, this could end up being a pretty nice step. I don't think it makes an immediate impact really for the Falcons now, but it sets them up for a really nice 2023.
Well, Dave, I got a question for you. What do you think about Calvin Ridley coming back on 2023 in the same shape that he was in 2021 or 2020, for that matter? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I like
A lot of time off.
Yeah, that's a lot of time off.
And what, he'll be 29 next year, I believe. Like
something like that.
He was older when he got drafted. So
right.
The nice thing though is he doesn't need to step into that role where he's going to be commanding 150, 160 targets a season. I mean, realistically, he's going to be the number 3 option when he returns to this team. I think Drake London and Kyle Pitts are both going to surpass him. So I think him playing kind of a tertiary role in the offense will be great for him when he does return.
I think that's I think Michael Thomas is going to be a good example of what 2 years off is going to do for you. So let's use him this year as a
benchmark.
Yeah, exactly. Some type of gauge to see what to expect for Ridley. Obviously, both are fantastic athletes when they're on the field, but
MT, I think his break will be a little bit longer and he'll be a little bit older. So if MT is able to bounce back, that bodes pretty well for Calvin Ridley. Yeah,
that's a good point. That's an excellent point, Jake. And something like Marlon Mack is for Achilles injuries, right? As well as Cam Akers too, and now who's the other one who just got the Achilles?
Deonta Foreman.
Well, Foreman as well, but there's someone else that I'm trying to think of.
James Robinson.
Thank you. I knew there was someone. Robinson as well to see what he does.
We got to pick in.
Pick is in. Let's go back.
Saints trade up. Were they already at 11?
Wait, was there
no Commanders trade out?
Oh, the Saints are moving up.
Are they trading up for a quarterback? Let's see.
This might be Willis.
There's no more tackles unless they want like Penning, but he could have fallen.
I'm curious to see what happens here.
You guys are gonna know.
So the pick was 16. The Saints gave up 16, 98, and 120.
98. Okay. 16, 98, and 120. That's about right to move up 5 spots in the first round, though.
And what did Washington? Here we go. There it is.
16, 98.
It's got to be Willis here, right?
I don't know. What if they're high on Pickett?
Who else would they be trading up for?
I can kind of see Malik Willis in New Orleans a little bit.
I've seen that one projected a few times by a few experts. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to watch.
That way he can kind of
could have just waited for him to drop. I don't even know if he needed to be that aggressive to trade up. Looking at the other teams picking ahead of them, but
unless maybe they thought, Washington potentially could have taken him.
Or Minnesota too.
I think that's the thing. Let's just get ahead of the landmine that is Washington.
I mean, who else? The Ravens? They're not going to take a quarterback.
Well, you had Vikings, you had Texans, and then
I don't know if they're going to take a quarterback here. But who would they take?
Really,
a receiver?
Yeah, I think they need a receiver, don't they? Yeah.
So what do you think, Burks?
Wilson. Wilson's gone and London's gone.
I think it's Burks. I mean, I have him fantasy-wise as my ranked number 1 receiver, but
I've seen him flipping all over a lot of boards, so I don't know.
Jamison Williams
loves his speed.
Yeah, I think.
I was going to say
it could be Jamison Williams here. I'm surprised that he is lasted this long.
All right, let's see who the arch enemies are taking.
You guys want to check out
who's number 12?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm. So that would make sense.
Who were they trying to get in front of?
Well, there were a lot of receivers that were tied to Minnesota, so that would make sense if they tried trading up to get ahead.
Imagine Jamison Williams and on Minnesota.
Oh, hang on. I think the Lions just traded.
Oh,
wait, what?
The Lions just moved up to 12.
Oh, shit. I bet you they're going after Malik then.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Hold up. Let's see.
This was the other guy I expected.
Should I turn this up a little bit, guys?
Yeah.
Amazon Prime Video. Joining me
all right.
Oh, the legend Tony Gonzalez.
You guys all on the Twitter feed to see who's making what trades and everything?
No, I'm
on the PFF tracker.
On my content right now.
Wow, if Detroit moves up. I wonder what they had to give up. Obviously, 32. They had to give up pick 32 and something.
Thanks, Roger. How's everybody doing? Everybody good?
So does that mean Minnesota moves all the way down?
I think they picked up Olave.
Yeah.
Olave?
I think that's what they did.
Olave?
Yeah, they did.
How about that?
Oh,
I think it was him or Williams. They need
so now you got 2 Ohio State receivers on the Saints.
Yeah.
With Thomas.
And Olave was one of those guys where, like, the film guys loved him, and fantasy analysts hadn't really warmed up to him. I saw a lot of fantasy analysts projecting him as like a second rounder, but draft analysts and film guys just love Olave. So I think this is good for him if he gets that high draft capital in a good landing spot.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you think it was a good call to trade up for Olave?
Yeah,
that's what's going to be debated for sure. Unless they had some intel on.
This is what happens when you have no Sean Payton around.
yeah, exactly.
So now in the NFC South in Carolina's division, you've got Drake London with Atlanta, and you got Chris Olave now with the Saints. And we already know the Buccaneers have their Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and
oh yeah, that's a lot.
They're rebuilding at receiver.
The Vikings traded with the Lions. Is that right? Is that what
I
you
wonder
guys
what
are
they
saying?
got.
Yep.
Here it is. It's Vikings trade 12 and 46 for, and the Lions trade 32, 34, and 66.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a hefty trade.
So what? Minnesota moves all the way down to 32, and they got what as well? 34.
They got 34 and 66.
That's not.
I hope Malik is. I hope that's a Lions pick. I would love that.
It's not a bad haul for Minnesota.
If they could walk out of this draft with Thibodeau and Malik Willis, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I really like Dan Campbell and what he's doing up there.
Yeah.
There goes another receiver.
And the Bears are officially the worst team in the NFC North.
There he is. I have some big hopes for him. I think.
Oh my goodness!
I'm a big fan of Olave.
Mm-hmm.
So far, in best ball drafts, he's my most rostered rookie across all best ball drafts so far. I've got him in like 50% of my leagues.
Did you get him in our league?
No, these are in the underdog best ball leagues.
Oh, just best ball. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dave, do you like Olave more than Garrett Wilson?
I mean, like I said, you're splitting hairs with these guys. So much of it comes down to landing spot. I really do like Olave in New Orleans, though, and it does seem kind of like a weird fit though, because they've already got a few burners on that team. So I think this makes Marquez Callaway, anyone that's still holding on to him, hoping he's going to break out, you can just throw those hopes in the trash because Olave is going to step right in.
Oh, Lions picks him.
That big gold cross he's got on his neck. It kind of looks like Saints like swagger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that.
Jameson Williams, that's the pick.
Detroit?
Detroit's picking Jameson Williams.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
So Jared Goff throwing to Amon Ra, Jameson Williams, and
DJ Chark.
And Chark.
How about that? All right, let's go to the feed.
Am I the only one who doesn't get?
They haven't showed it here yet.
Here?
Let's all pretend we're surprised.
We're still going through Olave here.
Man, so what? I guess Malik's got to be going to the Steelers.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
maybe. If he goes by Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no other team besides the Saints again at 19.
Unless somebody moves up from like early
No,
second
the Saints
round.
got 19 before the Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, Malik Willis could go to Saints.
Wait, I thought the Saints traded that pick.
Yeah, the Saints don't have that pick anymore.
Yeah, Malik Willis is going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good landing spot for him.
Yeah, I like that too.
Jeff,
Well,
I'm going to hop off here, buddy.
He's just dead at this point.
Who's
huh?
that?
Drew, I got to hop off,
Drew.
man.
Okay.
Later,
All right, man.
Yeah.
Drew, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man.
I definitely got to get out of here before I get
Bye.
roasted when Malik Willis goes at 20.
Uh-oh.
So,
All right, brother.
I think I'm going to catch some flack for that one. All right, guys. Thank you for having me.
You got it. We'll see you later.
Take it
See
easy.
you, Drew.
Yep. All right.
Well, I mean, this was kind of expected, and when they went out and they signed DJ Chark, I thought that meant maybe they'd chill a little bit on wide receivers in the draft, but for them to be this aggressive to move up for Jameson Williams, I mean, that's not good for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
No.
Not at all. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown might
Wait
be
a minute.
the fourth option on this offense.
Saints have 19 because they traded 16.
Who's at 19?
The Saints still.
Okay.
No, are they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So
Wow.
they had 18 and 19?
Yep.
Yeah, they potentially could get Malik Willis.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
we'll see. The Steelers might have to trade up if they want to get him though.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially if the Saints are sitting right there. Just
Maybe to Philadelphia,
Well,
who could potentially drop their second pick down a little bit.
And
Oh,
projections for the Lions are going to be tough this year.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking through this in my head. I mean, you got DeAndre Swift is going to get 5 or 6 targets a game. Hawkinson's going to get 6 or 7 targets a game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jameson Williams. There are a lot of mouths to feed, and they don't have a quarterback that can support it.
Nope,
Yep.
not yet, at least. And
Right.
probably
Now,
not.
from all the names you mentioned, that running back is like that's the number one option on that offense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I gotta tell you guys this. It's just dawned on me, but my buddy told me that he bought a Theismann jersey. Right, it's authentic, signed, and everything. He had a meet and greet with Lawrence Taylor and somehow conversed him into signing on the right by Theismann's name.
No.
Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
Here's the information on the trade.
Okay, so the Lions get the 12th overall pick, 2022 second round pick.
Damn, they got the 34th overall pick too.
Yep.
Wow.
So they're gonna get
the
two back-to-back picks there.
Trading with division rivals.
And they could potentially trade one of those because you've got teams who want to come back into the first round to get their guy.
Yep.
They still have option to grab a quarterback too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They get that second back.
All right, the pick is in.
Is it Kenny?
Well, this is Williams, right?
Yeah, this is Williams, right? Yeah.
This is going to be, unless things have changed, which I doubt.
But the Vikings will have a quarterback.
That's
if they stay in that pick.
How did you know this was Jameson Williams 4 minutes ago?
He called it.
Yeah, this is a late feed. What the heck?
I just got it. I'm watching the ESPN app, so I don't know.
Yeah,
He's getting that Mexican speed over there.
we do have high speed internet down here, so
that's good. Gotta have that.
Well, you asking?
All these receivers are really light. They're like 180.
It's like a different generation of receivers. I mean, Devontae Smith last year, Elijah Moore, Rondell, all those guys were small, and obviously we
All
saw
right, Eagles and Texans trade.
Really?
There it is.
Wow.
Eagles are moving up to get the other receiver. Who do you think they're taking?
Was that the third trade?
That's the third
trade.
trade.
Third trade, yeah.
Is this Treylon Burks?
It
That's
might be.
Burks. It has to be Burks. That's the last of the big name receivers that's left.
I'm going to bring in
Eagles
Zara
track
here
record.
1 second. We got another guest to the stage. Zara Kansabedian. Am I saying that
What's
right?
up, boys?
What's up,
ladies? How you doing? Yeah. We'll take that. We'll accept that answer. Thank you.
All right, that's awesome. We are good, sir. Welcome to the show. Thanks for having.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing yourself
Thank you for
here and sharing the NFL draft with us. We're having a good time, and we're
Yeah,
a
I'm humbled
little
here
bit
to be with you
shocked
guys.
on that Detroit move there that we just saw.
I know. It's I love the move. It's an awesome move. It's a beautiful move. My head's spinning right now trying to keep up with all the trades going on right now.
Yeah.
and the Eagles pick is in.
Z coming in here with the sharp haircut and the mustache. How long you been working on that bad boy?
I grew the
We've had
mustache
that
out
mustache
just for
for a
the
while,
show.
right?
I shaved the mustache off, but Jeff was like, "Yo, can you come on?" And I was like, "All right,
Yeah.
I only grow it out for special occasions now."
Yeah.
That took a couple hours.
Yeah.
Concentrated on it really hard, just pushed it out like.
Yeah,
it just,
8 o'clock shadow.
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, let's go back to this. Jameson Williams in Detroit is just shockwaves to their
Phillies pick is
offense
in.
and what's going to happen there. And what happens to Jared Goff? If indeed, Jared Goff is still the quarterback, he kind of becomes a player of interest a little bit.
Yeah, he's got some options. Who's the Eagles pick?
Jordan
Do we know that
Davis.
yet?
I don't know. I saw
I love
Jordan
that
Davis?
pick. They got Jordan Davis. That's
Did they really?
huge value there. That's
You know who's
I
still
thought
on
they
the
were trading
board,
up for
guys?
Burks, but I love
Oh.
that move.
I saw your face. I figured you knew something.
Kyle Hamilton is still on the board.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
And
That's
there's only
outrageous.
has there only been one guard go so far? One offensive lineman?
No guards
we got
yet.
Charles Cross. Charles Cross.
And
Evan Neal.
Trevor Penning's
no way.
available. You've got Davis was just taken, but I
All right,
thought for
well-
sure that Philadelphia might be taking Kyle Hamilton. Maybe they will with their other pick. Or wait,
they
did
might
they
go-
use it by the trade? I don't know what hell happened. Let's see.
I think this is
Philadelphia
amazing.
moved up.
This is such
They
a great
still-
draft. by
They still
Detroit.
have 18. They still have 18, so they have 13 and 18 as opposed to 15 and 18. I don't know what the details are for Houston.
Well, that's a small chain from Jameson.
Yeah. These receivers, man.
Kids are 18 years old, just flexing.
Look at him.
Well, they get paid in college now, don't they?
Yeah. Especially at the big schools.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know what those paychecks are looking like, but
So who are the Eagles taking? You said Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis.
Is it already in?
Well, I guess Twitter is saying that's the case, right, guys? Or
PFF. That's where I
PFF
got
is the
I'll drop it to you in the chat right now in the private chat. They seem to update pretty quickly. and it's not a real clunky one. They don't have like videos and audio and everything. And that's what happened earlier. Is I was trying to watch it while I was trying to stream at the same time, and it was just killing my internet. So this is a nice, really, easy.
Speaking of chat, we've got some comments here from people. We got Jean-Luc saying hi.
Yo,
Guga, you've got a fan, man.
Who's
Look at
there?
this.
Oh, that's my partner from Nacion Fantasy, the best fantasy.
He also had this to say.
Platform in Spanish. Oh, it says that I need to light up. You know what the problem is? While
said
we're
light up?
streaming right now, my light went out.
Your light went out.
My light bulb went out. The one that I used to stream, it just went out right now. That's why I'm so dark. I'm really.
Use your iPhone. Use your iPhone.
Oh, that's
Put some sunglasses on. You kind of look the part.
Z, where are you at? You got it. It looks like it's daytime where you're at.
I got so much.
It's at night.
It's night where you're at right now, Guga.
What? Monterey.
It's nighttime where you're at.
It's nighttime. Yeah, it's 8:36.
Yeah, I had to actually close the blinds because I was getting blinded by the sunlight.
Where do you live?
I am on the farthest. I am like on the edge of the West Coast. I'm all the way out here right now.
You're in
Malibu. Come on, you can say it.
I could kind of see Malibu if I stand on my roof. I'm just kidding.
You're 1%ing on us.
Can you see the ocean from your roof?
I am not an elitist. Huh?
Can you see the Pacific?
I can.
Wow.
See the Pacific.
Party at Z's house. We're going there.
Back there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Take a pit stop.
Yeah,
So who can give you the skinny on Kyle Hamilton here? I know he plays safety, but does he play strong safety, or does he play more of like a free role here? Because with the Ravens on the clock, I mean, he's the best player available.
He's kind of a little bit of both, but I'd say he's a little bit more of a free safety. He's more of a coverage guy, and the Ravens absolutely could. I totally see that fit if they decide to go that route.
Ravens love going.
I don't think they'd want to, take Chuck Clark out of a role, but so they can cohabitate pretty well with each other. You think?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, shoot, I think he's a great player. I think he's a top 5 player in this draft, but the fact that he's fallen this far is a little bit concerning. But, Luke Kuechly was the 9th pick overall. So what are you going to do there?
Well, it's really demand for the position. I mean, safeties are great and all, but it's not like you say, like I said, really a high demand pick.
Let me turn down the speed here, guys. Sorry.
Unreal, Jeff.
Tyler
still
on the board?
I was aggravating.
Tyler Lindenbaum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Tyler is.
Yeah, he's still there.
Is that the Eagles are taking Linderbaum?
No, they just re-signed Kelsey.
Oh, that's right. Davis. Who took Linderbaum?
Nobody. He's still on the board.
He's still on the board.
Oh, I thought I heard Linderbaum. I'm like, okay.
I think Ravens go Dean.
That's what I was about to say.
Kobe Dean?
Patrick Queen's kind of been a bust, huh?
I don't know, man. This is a little early for Dean, in my opinion.
It's that Micah Parson effect.
Yeah. Fear of missing out.
The Ravens are pretty sharp. They might be looking to trade back here, too.
That's true, too.
Or Jermaine Johnson's still on the board, guys.
Yes.
Ravens did allow the most passing yards or the most points through their secondary through the air last year. So they had the worst secondary by.
Well, they also had some bad injuries there too. It was I know Marcus Peters was out, and who else? They were missing like their 2 biggest guys on defense.
They still haven't even announced Jordan Davis.
I know, what the heck? We're behind. They're ahead.
Everyone was way ahead of it.
Already?
Guys that we went to school.
PFF already has finished the first round.
Yeah, they already told us. They already told us
They're
who
already
the
on
Ravens
third
too. They've already got the Ravens pick out there.
Do they? What's the Ravens pick?
Kyle Hamilton. So yeah,
Seriously?
we're gonna see that. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, we kind of called that. That's good.
All right, so who's on the clock? Houston.
We're already like 4 picks ahead.
Houston. Yep.
Oh, there's the trade. Okay, so not too bad to move back 2 spots there for Houston.
Yeah, not bad at all. Especially if there's guys that you value at.
Yeah.
Right, like that.
I don't think it's a pure drop off.
Who's that punter that might go in the 3rd or 4th round? Ariza, Matt Ariza from what is it?
Yeah, I think it's Ariza, right? Or
Ariza.
Arizona State or something like that.
One of those schools out there. Yeah,
yarders.
That guy can punt. All right, what's this? What is this? We already have the pick. Let's move on. Let's drift off of this here for a second. There we go.
Ruining the draft for us. Hey, hold on. Is it Kluge or Klug?
Kluge.
I did not believe somebody told me that. I didn't believe them.
Yeah, no one ever gets it right.
Right.
I appreciate
I
Jeff
will
actually
now.
giving me the
I will
proper
now.
introduction.
Oh yeah, Dave. You look like your last name should be like Dalton or something, or like
Dave Dalton.
Dave Dalton. There. I was a wrestler in high school, and
then adopted. I have no relation, no blood to the last name Kluge whatsoever. That was my adopted family.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Cozy was my born last name, Cozzi, and then went from Cozy to Kluge.
Interesting.
I've not ever met a Kluge anywhere.
Yeah, no, neither have I. But apparently, there's some guy John Kluge now who is he's a part of the World Health Order in Germany, and now anytime you search my name, you just get a million different COVID hits on Google.
Is that the only other Kluge you know of?
All right.
Yeah.
We got Jordan Davis.
There's Jordan
Confirmed.
Davis.
Yeah.
There's
Jordan
Look at that big man. Oh wow! And the fact that he can rush the passer too. Whew.
A 4.7.
He's kind of replacing Fletcher Cox. It's a great pick for Philadelphia.
Dude, he is huge.
He's a freak, man.
Who's that saying that? Jake, is that you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes, he is. Oh, look at
Cam Newton.
I know. Is that I don't know. Who's the guy from Coming to America?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, it's not the
Where does
suit from Zamunda, but that Iquanu had, but it's pretty close.
Jeff, are you familiar with Jordan Davis's play? Have you seen him play a lot?
I haven't necessarily seen him play a lot. I'm not really kind of a film guy. I'm more of a watch and observe. So I don't really like study that. But yeah, I mean, I've seen him. I mean, all these Georgia defensive players are just like awesome. He kind of reminds me a little bit about Derek Brown, from Auburn, at least in his college days, where he just dominated people and threw people away.
Yeah.
So he can run block. He can run stop as well as rush the passer. So, yeah, I mean, like I said before about Fletcher Cox, he's pretty close. He's pretty close to that.
I mean, he moves like a running back too. It's just unreal how light he is on his feet for being over 300 pounds.
Jeez, yeah.
Look at the outfit.
All right, Dave, you got Houston's pick in yet?
I mean, I like Davis Mills, I really do, but at the same time, I'm just shocked that Malik Willis hasn't been on anybody's radar yet. So
I grab him.
Steelers.
I almost want him to, just so he doesn't go to the Steelers, man. Like it's not gonna be fair if Malik Willis drops all the way to Tomlin.
Well, you still got the Commanders going at 16,
I still think it's going to take a year for Willis even to get acclimated with the league.
That's
I
why.
don't see him
There's no
starting.
rush with Trubisky, which is nice.
Well,
if Commanders take them, they got Wentz. They're not going to do anything anyway. So
how would you like to be Jordan Love right now?
Commanders are taking that punter Jeff was talking about.
I think I saw something about
Look at that man
trying to save Jordan.
Oh wait, we're not watching it. They just kind of showed his stats there.
If Malik Willis does go to Pittsburgh, there might be a rush to start him though, because you never know. I mean, Mitch Trubisky might not work out. What's the best case scenario for him? If a quarterback does go there, he might not have the time to sit and wait.
Well, injuries, as much as he can stay healthy.
Hey, they let Ben Roethlisberger stick around for about 2-3 years longer than he should have been. So
yeah,
loyal to a fault.
He is a beast, Jordan Davis. He definitely has climbed up the ranks a little bit over the past couple weeks. The combine helped him too.
He was not in the radar for first round a few weeks ago.
So
this is after combine and pro day that happened.
So those guys are always a little dangerous. The guys who, have one really good day of workouts and then everyone goes crazy over. But I think, he was just kind of overlooked because of how loaded that Georgia defense was. And then when they saw him on his own at the combine, then people went back and watched some of the things that he did on the field. I mean, he's a difference maker. I really like Jordan Davis.
He's going to have somebody good to practice against as a 0-1 tech. He's going to have Kelsey right across from him in practice every single day. He's going to have good reps against that guy. So he's going to be getting a lot of practice in.
It's a great pick. I want to see who their next pick is for Philadelphia there and see what they pair him with. But and you said the Ravens took Kyle Hamilton, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's awesome. That's what PFF's saying, right?
I'm gonna bring in Jason Gold here. Jason,
the Ravens pick was like 3 seconds, so they knew.
Hey, Jason.
What's up?
Jason, welcome to the show, guys. Jason is like my betting guru. He's the guy who knows everything in terms of who to bet, when to bet. How you doing so far with your picks, Jason? I see we got the Stingley pick right.
Yeah, Singley, I won 10 bets on that somehow. That was great. And then,
Nice.
top 5, Thibodeau. Really came through. And Chris Olave under 17.5 was also a big one. I also just had one come through. I don't know if you guys know who the 15th pick is yet, so I won't spoil it, but that's going to end up being
shit.
for me.
We do.
Spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it.
It's Hamilton, right?
No,
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
That's 14.
No,
Hamilton's 14.
Yeah. We're so behind here. We don't even really
Spoil
recognize
it, Jason.
Spoil it.
Oh,
Go ahead. It doesn't matter.
Spill it. We like spoilers here.
Am I allowed to spoil or not?
yes. Tell me.
Go ahead, man.
All right. The Texans took Kenyon Green at 15.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I was hoping
All right. That helps them with their need at running back, which they don't have yet.
So now it's Washington. Are they going to trust Wentz, or do they make a move for quarterback?
I don't know.
They gave up a lot for Wentz. It would be pretty wild for them to give that up for Wentz and then immediately use a first-round pick on a quarterback.
Jason, do you have any action on like less than 3 quarterbacks in the first round, or what you got going on there?
I do. I have that was actually the first bet I made on March 8th. Under 3.5 quarterbacks, minus 225.
Damn.
The only other bet that I have on quarterback is I have Desmond Ridder to be the second quarterback selected at plus 550. We'll see on that. That's kind of a flyer. I think that would probably be like 26 to Tennessee. Assuming Willis goes like 20.
You don't.
All right, guys, I gotta hop off. I gotta go back to my stream on my platform. It was really good to see you. Great to meet you guys.
Guga. We love Guga. Thanks, man. Take care. Enjoy your time.
Take care, guys.
Nice
Thanks
meeting
a
you,
lot.
man.
You too.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Guga.
Bye.
Guga.
I want to follow Guga out the door as well. So thanks for having me on, Jeff.
You got it.
Meeting
Jake?
some of you and nice seeing some others. You guys take care, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks.
If I can figure out how to get out of here.
I can boot you if you really want me to.
No, I got it. Later, fellas.
See ya. All
Whoa.
right.
Whoa. Another trade. This one is whoa.
Tell us. We're so behind on our feed.
The
Our feed is
Ravens
just getting the
The Ravens have traded Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, to the Cardinals.
What?
Oh,
yeah. Whoa.
I hate
For
that.
what? For what?
Oh no.
That's great for Bateman.
It is.
Hollywood
I would assume this is for the 23rd pick, but I don't know that yet.
Oh.
Hollywood Brown.
So now, all right. So now, who do the
It's
Cardinals
getting
have?
spicy.
The Cardinals have.
Oh God, they're gonna Christian Kirk Marquise Brown. Ooh, no.
Yeah. So they traded the number 23 pick for Hollywood Brown. So the Ravens, I think they drafted Hollywood at like 25, so they got 2 years out of him, don't have to pay him, and they moved up in the draft in theory. Pretty good for them.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, just looking at of course they have Hopkins, they've got AJ Green, Rondale Moore, and now Marquise Brown.
right.
What do you think this decides for Rondale Moore here, Dave?
I'm completely off on Rondale Moore after his rookie season. I can't do it. When you put up that little production as a rookie, and I realized he had a really unique role, but I'm still just off Moore at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's not good news.
Yeah, I mean I'd like if they could put him into a Chase Edmonds role and use him as more of like a third down back than what they did with him last year. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But
yeah,
this is big for Hollywood. I don't know if you saw, Jeff. I was just tweeting this morning talking about how Hollywood Brown was one of the most undervalued guys right now in fantasy football, showing his splits compared to Mark Andrews and how he was drawing more targets, getting more yards, more touchdowns, everything. So this is a shocker for me.
Yeah. Well, I know you're a big Ravens guy, offense, Jackson, everything. I imagine you are shocked, as we all are. Wow. That's surprising. And this is good news for Bateman.
I feel like this is a downgrade for Marquise Brown. As crazy as it is, as much as we consider the Ravens, a run heavy team, this is still doesn't feel great for Marquise Brown, considering how they utilize their wide receivers out there and how much volume each wide receiver gets for a spread offense. I don't know.
All right. Well, Commanders. I'm just spoiling everything at this point. The Commanders had the 16th pick, and they've taken Jahan Dotson, wide receiver from Penn State.
Oh,
whoa!
Wow! I like that
Dotson
fit.
and McLaurin.
Wow.
I like
That's
that
high.
fit too.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're talking
I don't know
Kyle
what
Hamilton now.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what
Dotson-
pick they're on. Okay, so they're like a full.
They're way behind.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just how Twitter works, right? Freaking PFF.
Jahan Dotson went from like a second round rookie pick to a rookie, fantasy draft. So I think he's in the first round now automatically. Yeah,
I agree.
Wow.
I would agree
like
with
Dotson.
that.
That's great. Yeah.
How about that? Let's see. We got to get caught up on things. Philadelphia has the second pick, right?
Yeah,
Have they made that pick yet?
No. So we're on 17. So the Chargers are up.
Yeah, the Chargers are on the clock.
I would assume, given the board right now, they're probably going to take Trevor Penning, right?
Yeah.
Or Zion Johnson. It's got to be one of those two.
Linderbaum? I think it's too early
There's
for him.
there's the pick. So they get a third round pick too.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, Cardinals are trying to win now.
I don't know how I feel about that. I need like 20 minutes to like process the Hollywood trade.
Jason, do you have all your betting slips like laid out so you can be like, okay, this one's trash, this one's good, this one's trash, this one's good?
No, I wish. That'd be fun. I should have printed them all out, but no, they're all digitally on this Excel doc right here, which I'm trying to look at, but I don't think anything's happened in the last couple picks. Actually, you know what's interesting? So we're on the Chargers at 17. Jermaine Johnson's on the board.
Yes, he is.
Any interest there?
I mean, is it trade or taking him for the Chargers?
No, take them. I mean, they don't necessarily need a DN. They need more of a D tackle, but at this point,
I was thinking Nakobe Dean.
That's the player.
All right.
I like Dean over there. They haven't had a really great linebacker in a while.
I'm just looking at who they have. Let's see. They've got well, of course, Bosa. Fehoko? Yeah, I mean they could use someone along with him for sure. Khalil Mack.
Oh, I completely forgot they traded for Khalil Mack. This
offseason
has been so hard to keep
line. That's skill.
The pick is in for Washington.
Well, Chargers they just take Traylon Burks.
Did they?
No, I mean, why not?
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, for Washington.
Why not?
I mean, we're already at 5 receivers through 16 picks. So
that's crazy.
I mean, Dotson, we just kind of overlooked that, but that seems like a little bit of a reach. I don't think many people had him going in the top half of the first round, did they?
No, absolutely not. He was like minus 150 to go in round 1 at all. So to have him go at 16 is kind of nuts.
Hey, we got some additional guests. Looks like we got
I'm
Pete
gonna hop
back,
off.
Family Bread. Bring him in on, and looks like we have Kate.
Hi, Kate.
All right.
Kate is a Panther fan friend as well.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming by. What are your thoughts on the Panthers pick? Smart. I like that. It's a good word to describe it. I sure hope that they can do something in the second round. If they can, great. Hopefully they don't have to spend too much to do it and mortgage the future. But I like the pick. It's a smart pick. That's a good way to say it. Cool.
The fact
have
that
to
a
ask
local
you
boy
too.
is nice is a plus. I think that's like the icing on the cake.
What do you think's going to happen? Because now Jeff and I were discussing this. I'm asking all the Panther fans that come in. Thomas Davis is supposedly going to announce our second round pick, but we don't have a second round pick. So this is fascinating. What do you think could possibly happen to allow this to happen? I also did see a tweet which Aaron Chase had retweeted with regards to Fitterer saying that he would do everything he could to get us tomorrow.
Well, the only thing that goes off in my mind is possibly, and it might sound far-reaching, but Fitterer trades first-round pick next year and then gets second-round pick this year and like Jimmy G or something from the 49ers.
Yeah, but that would mean that he would have to
Jimmy G
lose his lose his pick next year. I don't know.
Depends if he thinks they're going to be good
Such
or
a
not.
good quarterback class coming next year. I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah.
That's the only scenario I see in my mind. I don't know what else they could trade. You just took Icky, so why would you even think about trading Christian for anything? So I got nothing.
No, this
Jeff,
package has to have Anderson on.
I got to hop off, man.
All right.
I've
Z,
got two as well.
appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Bye. See you guys.
Feel free to come back later if you want to, but if not, we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Bye.
Nice meeting you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right.
It really is.
I don't know what the Panthers have for could consummate as a second round pick, possibly worthy in trading that you wouldn't want to keep.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, can I ask a question? Your name again is Joseph or James? I'm talking to Peen here.
Oh, that's Joey.
Joey.
Okay. You've got like you've got the old school Jacob deGrom hairstyle going there. That's kind of, I like that.
Appreciate it.
Becky with the good hair. I remember those.
There it is. So Jason, real quick, what do you got going on next, man? What's your next bet that you're waiting on?
Well, I actually just had one come through. So the 17th pick, as I'm just going to come on here and just break.
You're
all
just
the news.
counting
So
cash. Where's your money machine, man? Where's the money machine?
Hold on.
Oh. You made it ring.
I love it. I love it. There it is. Oh man, you gotta get that sucker loaded. Oh my gosh.
I can do it.
We lost Cowboy Joe. Let me bring him back on. I don't know what happened to him. There he is. Okay.
What happened, Joe?
And
I clicked the wrong button.
It looks like I've got someone in the green room. Stephanie, if you can hear me, it looks like your mic isn't connected, so I can't add you. So if you can add that, I'll put you on. Anyway, okay.
All right. So Zion Johnson, 17
Yes.
to the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I had Zion Johnson minus 300 to be a first round pick. So the money gun is loaded.
There you go. There it is.
go.
I love that. Love that.
Awesome.
That's cool. So I'm 1 for 1 on bets thanks to Jason. That was
There
a
you
good
go.
call.
What'd you hit?
Nice.
Well, the Stingley bet, remember?
Oh yeah.
At
That's
number
right.
3, at 3 overall. So, yeah.
You're right. I gotta send
Woohoo.
you that. What
That's the only thing I
back.
did. I mean, I can't. I don't have the ability to do so here in South Carolina, but soon. Did we lose someone?
Yeah, I think we lost Kate.
Oh, okay.
She's
She drop off. Okay.
I didn't say she was, but keep
She
an eye.
might have gotten disconnected.
Yeah,
Shit.
keep an eye out.
Oh, Stephanie says she's here. She's just kind of camera shy. Okay. I can't add her though.
Yeah,
she can just
she's one of
join.
my friends.
She can join from afar, I guess, and just kind of watch us. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hey, Cheryl.
So
Her
what do
dad
we-
went to sleep, so I told her to see if she could get some headphones
Gotcha.
in.
Whoa.
Uh-oh, now what?
What now?
What happened?
The Eagles are trading for AJ Brown.
What?
Wow.
No.
The Eagles have traded the 18th pick and more for AJ Brown.
Holy cow. And well, Tennessee's then stuck with just Robert Woods right now then, right? Who the hell that? What else do they have?
No, here comes the pick for Tennessee then.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the feed here.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're still talking about the Dotson pick to Washington. What was that, pick 18?
Yeah.
We're behind.
Knowing the Eagles, this is probably this was their pick, and the Commanders took it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Good job, Rivera.
Bananas.
Good old Ronald.
AJ Brown. So what is Tennessee doing? Oh my goodness.
Saying YOLO.
Well, then
Maybe they're going all deep for Debo.
That kind of, well, who knows? But that's exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? With wide receivers and paying them and not being able to.
Yeah, but now they got an 18th that they could give to the same friend and next year's.
Yep.
Wow. And Philadelphia had picks to spare too, right? They had picks next year, right? They got their guy. That is a huge trade.
Wow.
There goes Zion.
Okay, so Zion's going now. Let me turn this up just a tad. I got to tell you, man, the draft in Vegas, one, it's so Vegas, and it's also so NFL draft.
Spicy.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, baby.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I hate how we know the picks like way ahead of time, but I mean, I don't mind that we know them. I just wish the feed was with us. You know, we have to watch what we've already heard. So I don't mind knowing
All
the
right.
pick.
Is it Burks?
What's that, Jason?
I gotta hop off. I appreciate you
All
having
right.
me. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, there goes our spoilers.
There goes our
Thank
source.
you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got some other guests here. What we got? We got Jeff Bell, and we got Kate back as well. Guys, welcome.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah. I moved. I moved. I was on a weird angle. I was on my phone, so I just moved to the computer, and I've got my iPad going with ESPN. So
Awesome.
Look at that. You're like all in.
Hey, she got it
Jeff,
set
welcome
up.
to the show, buddy. Welcome back to the show, I should say. 'Cause you kind of hung with us last year.
I really love your handle for whom J Bell tolls. I love that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, thank you for inviting me back this year. I had a lot of fun last year, and so happy to hang out. Things are getting wild. Like I don't even know. Like we kind of started out slow, and then the last hour has been absolutely crazy.
Yeah, no picks in the top, or no trades in the top 10. I think 11 was the first trade, right?
no quarterback yet because I've been. Okay, that's interesting.
No quarterback. We got
And
trades.
I think it's interesting because they've really hyped this Malik.
Oh yeah.
They hyped him, and the fact that he's still.
Well, that's well, John from Denver. He had said that they think he's the next Lamar Jackson, and people brushed Lamar aside, and they don't want to eat their words on it again.
Yeah.
Well, Lamar fell in his draft too, so it's kind of
all the way to the last pick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, the league has been skeptical to buy in on those athletic quarterbacks as much as they want them. It's one of those that we wanted to hit, but we're afraid to make the plunge.
Well, they didn't. They did it on Lamar, but they had no problem taking Murray #1 overall. And Murray's smaller than Lamar, like a lot smaller.
Hey, which one of you guys has the feed going? The volume, it's a little bit distracting.
That's me. I'll mute myself.
No, you can just turn it down if you can.
Oh yeah, I can
There
turn
we
it
go.
down.
That works. I'm going to bring in Jeff Lambert. Maybe Jeff can give us some information
All
on
right,
the
there we go.
49ers and what they're doing. Jeff,
We're doing a whole lot of nothing right now.
What's up, man?
guys? What's up? What's up?
welcome
Thanks
to
for
the
having me
show.
on.
I like your background. It looks like you're like, wow, what is that? Like
It's
a-
the NFL studio. I don't even know what studio
Got
it is.
it.
I just
All right.
Googled it.
I like it.
NFL studio.
It works for me.
We dig it.
So are you a little bit kind of walking on eggshells here about Deebo Samuel possibly being on the move, or what's your
Yeah,
thought? What's your take there?
A little bit. I think at first I was a little upset, and then I thought about it more and more. And the fact that we offered him $19 million, he turned it down. I don't know if we need to give him Devontae Adams money with one season out of 3 being good. So I do think if we can get obviously the first round's pretty much halfway done now. So I think getting a first round pick might be off the board at this point. But I think if we can get a good package for him, I'm okay with moving on from Deebo Samuel. I don't think that our offense takes a step back necessarily without him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, San Francisco is one of these plug and play offenses, it seems, right? No matter who you have, you just put them in and they perform. That's Kyle Shanahan for you. What was I going to say? I forgot, man. I lost my train of thought about something and I started talking. I don't really recall.
I feel like I always have such like undiagnosed ADHD with like the draft. Like I have so many like thoughts that are just going through my mind, and I'm like trying to process it, and then like I forget what I'm gonna say.
I remember what I was going to say. Just the fact that we're seeing all these wide receivers changing teams, like veteran receivers changing teams.
Yeah.
Their teams don't want to pay that $19 million, that $25 million, that huge salary. And other teams are like, I will, because they have the opportunity to. Maybe they have that cap space, or they covet that player. And we're seeing that so much.
One thing I've said a lot with this whole Deebo Samuel thing is I think as far as skill positions go, receiver affects your offense the least of all of them. I think tight end obviously blocks in the running game. Running backs you need. Quarterback, of course, is the most important position in football. But receiver, as far as skill players go, is the least valuable for a team's offense. So I do think that he's most expendable as far as our offense goes.
That's interesting, man. And it just really depends on what each individual GM thinks, is whatever their philosophy is, and their coaching staff, everything. You know how awesome it would be to be in like a draft room, in a war room, and just being a fly on the wall to watch all that happen. I mean, we watched draft day, right? That's not terribly realistic, I don't think, right? I mean, but Man, it would be great to have access to that. We're never ever going to see it because so many things happen that we can't know about, right?
Well, my phone just told me, this is from The Athletic, Baltimore sends wide receiver number 100 pick in NFL draft to Arizona for number 23.
Yeah, we heard that. That's another move.
Brown, yeah.
Marquise
We
Brown
saw a little
going.
bit with your Panthers, though. The clip from last year from Matt Rule talking about, I mean, they knew who was going to go in the draft. And so that it's wild that, they run these different scenarios and the intel that they have from other teams. The Panthers really had it narrowed down to, we know that our pick at 9 last year is going to be this player, that player.
Yeah.
And
we're
dead on it.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest analytics fan in baseball. I'm a big baseball fan. I hate it because half the time the managers look up more at the iPad than what's going on the field. But here's where it actually works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Burks is Tennessee.
Ooh. Burks goes to
traded
Tennessee.
A.J. Brown for
So now they have Robert Woods and they have Treylon Burks and they of course have Derrick Henry and they have no tight end.
Yeah.
So they basically traded A.J. Brown for Burks and a third-round pick.
Yep. Yes, they did. What do you think the Titans fans think about that? Maybe we'll have Daniel come back in. I think we have a Titans fan coming back in. I'm looking at my schedule. Who is it that's coming in? It's a Titans fan. He's on the next segment.
Wow.
Or is it? Oh man, I thought I had him. Maybe not. No, I think he had to. You know what? He might be coming a little bit later. So we'll find out. We'll have to see what he thinks. But that's
Could
A.J.
the
Brown
Saints take
for
Malik now?
Burks in a third. What's that?
Yeah. The Saints take Malik now?
Well, I don't know.
I think
What
the
do we,
Steelers are looking at Malik like, I hope he falls one more spot.
Yeah, I think the Saints are saying
Yeah,
yes.
dude, Steelers.
There's Burks. Let me go ahead and throw the feedback on here. Treylon Burks. Hey Jeff, what can you tell us about Treylon Burks? I know that he's done really some great things at Arkansas, and he's had some success. But there's also people who think that, hey, slow your roll here with Burks. What's your opinion, Jeff?
Which Jeff we talking to? You got two Jeffs on tonight.
Oh, Bell,
Three.
Jeff Bell.
Yeah, I was going to say it's interesting that he lands in Tennessee and kind of fill into that A.J. Brown role.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be, it's maybe a 1-for-1 comp there. It concerns me a little bit that Arkansas had to get some creative usage on him and really only used him either we see on the screen vertically down the field or as a big slot. But again, he's certainly got the physical tools and the athleticism to grow into that number 1 wide receiver role.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting spot for him. They need a receiver now.
They traded one, yes.
All these receivers we are running out of receivers for Green Bay and for Kansas City, guys.
Oh yeah.
They traded A.J. Brown to who?
Philadelphia.
Well, it just said breaking news: 4-year, $100 million. Maybe that's why they got rid of A.J. Brown.
Exactly what we were talking about, right?
That's a lot of coin right there.
Yep.
The comparison, Debo Samuel is what they're saying about Burks. That's interesting. Debo.
Yeah. He matches up pretty well to A.J. Brown.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if Tennessee is going to come out smelling like a rose, if he can come in and just absolutely replace him, but shoot, man, it's possible just because of the volume that he might be able to receive. But yeah, I don't know. Heck, I mean, A.J. Brown was a 2nd-round pick when he came out, so
yeah.
You never know.
You have that third, and you reset that salary is the biggest thing. You reset. You go from paying a guy $25 million a year to a rookie contract for the next 5 years.
That's right. I mean, yeah. I mean, in certain ways you applaud, and in other ways, I'm sure fans are scratching their head. But and then Eagles fans are probably going nuts.
So what do you
Steelers
think?
will get Malik.
What do you think? I mean, I know Fitterer said that they were comfortable with 2 quarterbacks in the top 6. Was that just a show to try and get some phone calls to anyone who wanted?
Yes.
I think so.
Trevor Penning goes to the Saints.
Trevor Penning? Man, I have mocked Penning to the Saints. I can't even tell you how many times. He's like the perfect fit there, especially without Armstead.
Well, and I think that's exactly what the Saints wanted when they made that trade with the Eagles almost a month ago. I think they were really targeting a tackle and a wide receiver in this draft, and now they walk out with Olave and Trevor Penning. They have to be pretty happy with that.
Yep, that's pretty good. That is good. Anybody who else has 2 picks in this draft that hasn't traded their other pick? The Jets, the Giants,
Packers.
No, I mean already true, but I mean already that have picked.
They've already picked.
Houston did Houston get their second pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was Houston's second pick?
It was
they took the guard, Kenyon Green, didn't they?
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah, Kenyon Green.
I really like the Lions draft to package those picks and go up and get Jameson Williams. I think Jameson Williams is a game breaker, and add him into that wide receiver room and allow some of that other talent in that offense to fill more natural roles. That's a really interesting move. Plus, they get Hutchinson, and you know that's the local kid.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Local kid Hutchinson, local kid Iquanu for Carolina, our Panthers. And we're going to find out the Saints took Penning, and they're also going to have Olave, as you mentioned. Eagles have Jordan Davis. They traded the other pick. Heck, A.J. Brown. That's not too bad for them.
No.
So the question is Pittsburgh going to take Malik Willis?
Yeah.
They absolutely have to.
Oh,
I'm
adding Matt Donnelly here to the stream. Matt,
if they haven't, if New Orleans hasn't by this point, I think it's Pittsburgh.
New Orleans.
Yeah, we're talking. Hey, Matt, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well.
Welcome.
I'm doing fantastic here. Unfortunately, I'm not nearly as drunk as the NFL is so far this year.
Love it. Oh man, that's awesome. So we're looking at the next pick here being the Saints, and I think they just said it was Trevor Penning, even though the feed hasn't come through yet.
Yeah, my feed. I just switched to NFL Network, and my feed is behind. So.
Look at those crazy Saints fans wondering who the pick is.
Boo.
Yeah.
Who said boo?
The Saints. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Saints.
Saints are proud people, man.
Boo.
They're the enemy.
It's fine. Matt, what's your team?
0.
I'm the Raiders, so I got to sit
That's
back
right.
and not worry about a dang thing the next 2 days here.
Raiders.
So.
Yes. You have one hell of a stadium, though.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, we like the Eagles now. The Eagles and the Raiders got one thing down now. No more drafting wide receivers in the first round. It hasn't worked out. You know what? Just trade for the guys. It's a lot easier that way.
Yeah, just you got to have the cash, buddy. That's the only problem.
Just don't have an Antonio Brown situation.
Yep.
Okay, here's
we went down that road too.
Had to say it.
So, is there any team that made a trade for a wide receiver that, of course, had to spend a lot that does not have a rookie quarterback contract?
Well, the Raiders don't have a rookie quarterback contract.
Yeah, so that's a problem, right? But Miami does still, right? The Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs traded. Who else? The Raiders got one. The Philadelphia, they still have Hurts on their rookie deal.
Yeah, Arizona. Murray got his 5th-year option.
All right, this is interesting.
Arizona.
Pittsburgh's on the clock, so it does Willis go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go back to Willis to Pittsburgh. If Willis doesn't go to Pittsburgh, what does that tell you?
It tells you people are willing to wait for him.
Says he was overhyped.
Overhyped. Yeah. I mean, he didn't
Maybe
even.
The Vikings at 32.
Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. You've got Tennessee at 26 as well.
Okay, I have another Slack up that's talking about the draft, and someone just said Steelers taking Willis. I don't know if that's fact or if that's just someone predicting with a little help from adult beverages.
Nice.
But...
So you're giving the nod here. You're giving the Adam Schefter.
I am not giving the Adam Schefter anything. I am just saying, I don't know if this is a case of our feeds are behind or what, but
Jeff, what's your take on Willis? I know you thought that he might potentially be a top 5 pick. I know you like him. What can you tell us about him as far as what he needs to do here this coming year and what team would be best for him? I think Pittsburgh's a really good fit, but I'm kind of curious on your take. Jeff Bell, excuse me.
he needs to learn to play quarterback. Is part of it. You know, it's that processing thing. There were on tape. There were a lot of times where the receiver flashed open, and in the NFL, those need to be anticipation throws. The ball needs to be out. He needs to give his receiver a chance to make a play. He wouldn't even throw it until they were wide open, and there was too many sacks, too many interceptions, just too many bad plays on his tape that are just drive killers, especially at the NFL level. He's got the athleticism and the tools that you love to see. But again, it's just one of those that falling into a more natural player at the position.
Oops, commercial. Okay.
I honestly think Kenny Pickett's a better pick for the Steelers just because he's more closely to what they had in Roethlisberger for the last,
Well, he also practiced in the facility there in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you guys caught that during the pro day, how they were talking about it, interviewing him. He practices in the same place that Ben Roethlisberger does.
So Jonathan Stewart reacted to Icky. He tweeted, "Icky is the best player in the draft. Good job at Panthers."
The Jays
coming back to run.
Seal of approval was good.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope on my Panthers Twitter feed right now.
Let's
hope it's not misplaced.
And this is great too. Now, Joe Pearson tweeted that this is a quote from Icky. "The fact that I've been growing up a Carolina Panthers fan and now I'm about to be in that building, it's just really crazy to me." I love that.
That's the icing on the cake is that he's a local boy.
Yes. I love that he's a fan. So he's gonna bring that passion. And when Matt Rule's all just the process,
Let's
guys.
hope the process doesn't kill him.
And then Icky will be like, "No, we're sick of it."
Okay, so here's just on the topic.
There's no
of
Malik going to Pittsburgh.
On the topic of Matt Rule, my
Pickett.
brother-in-law looks like Matt Rule, and I have been told by my sister to please stop haranguing her husband about the offensive line at family gatherings.
Well, yeah, because right now it's not looking great for Matt Rule. Can't even go to a basketball game without being hounded, which kind of sucks. But
also, my brother-in-law is a big Giants fan, so he's already annoyed about that.
Why doesn't he just go sit in the executive suite like everybody else does?
Yeah, well, you're right. You are right.
What do you think David is? David's hiding.
Do we know the Steelers pick yet? Do we have they're taking Pickett?
Yeah.
Is it official?
Yep.
All right. How about that?
How about that, kid? Man? Some homegrown talent landing in some spots throughout this draft, so that's fun.
Jeff Lambert, what do you think about Pickett to Pittsburgh?
I mean, we kind of saw this coming, right? I mean, I know Malik Willis fell there. We weren't thinking that he would fall that far, but I think Pickett has been mocked to the Steelers for quite some time, at least in the mocks that I've looked at. We know that the Steelers aren't, I don't think, at least see Trubisky as a long-term answer here. So get Pickett, let him sit behind Trubisky. I don't know if Trubisky's the one you want to learn from or be a bridge quarterback, but, put him back there and let him learn. The Steelers have always been very patient organization. They tend to just take their time on everything. So I think the Steelers is the perfect spot for him.
Yeah, I mean, he already is practicing in their facility, right? So, shoot, this is a good pick for them. I think for him as well. Doesn't have to go very far. How about
now? We start the over/under on how long before he takes over for Trubisky. When that first game comes.
Great
that's
pick.
Good.
Welcome
that's
to
a good
Carolina,
point.
Pancake King. Gotta find out where that nickname.
I can see the Buccaneers going on Willis.
I'm gonna bring in Jorge Martin. Hold on one sec.
Yeah,
Jorge, I'm coming.
So he's the king of the pancake. That's
Gotcha. Okay.
There you are. Oh, you're is he frozen?
Sorry.
He's frozen.
I just thought he liked pancakes.
No, they really don't use that term that much. When it comes to blocking, but I know what it is.
Hey Jeff, let me ask you something real quick.
Yeah.
With the teams left on the clock, assuming that nobody trades up, does Malik Willis fall out of the first round?
Oh
There's not
man,
any more teams that left.
I think so.
I mean, it's possible unless Detroit. Let me try and get him added here again. Here we
I
are.
can see the Buccaneers picking him just as a backup for now.
I mean, that's possible. The Buccaneers have nobody, right? But I mean, I doubt they're taking a quarterback here.
Yeah, they kind of got a guy already.
Well,
I mean, you got Minnesota at 32nd. So
Brady will just stare at him. No, you're not taking that quarterback, right?
How long until the Panthers dip into their future to potentially maybe move back in to get Malik Willis?
Oh my God! Imagine that. This place would go crazy. I'm like you, Jeff. I see him still more as a project, but what a project he is, though, right? If he can develop, it's just going to take some time. All right, here's the Pickett play.
And he's
Pickett
already
pick.
an older prospect. He's been in college he's like 23. I think he's been in college for 5 years. So this isn't like a 20-year-old raw guy.
Right.
And
right.
Personality-wise, off the field, I think he's everything you want to see. He's a grown-up. He's an adult. It's just those things that you saw on tape about him not being a natural so much at the position and really relying on the athleticism.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Trying to think of maybe like a Vince Young-ish. I mean, I'm trying to think of a quarterback that might be kind of similar to what we've seen. RG3. I don't know. I mean, those guys at least could sort of, perform well.
It kind of, I don't know, the comparison to Josh Allen. He doesn't have the top end of Josh Allen, but how raw Josh Allen was coming into the league and how much he had to work on, but the physical tools that were there.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing of it is we played with Liberty. Now, if you slap him on somewhere like a Texas A&M or an Alabama, he probably would have been a top 5 pick, no questions asked.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Josh Allen comp kind of gets me because Josh Allen is the unicorn in that sense, where he went from being inefficient to being very efficient. So just say that. Oh, this guy's inefficient, so let's just make him Josh Allen. That's not. It's not.
Josh Allen was taken by Buffalo because of the conditions, the field. He's got the size and the arm. They said, "Let's get the guy who can make these, who's got the strength and the arm, and we'll teach him as we go." And Dabo was able to do it. Dabo
what a pick that was. Hey guys, I want to say hi to Jorge, who just came in. Jorge, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you all for having me. This is a great time.
Yes, sir.
It's a great time.
Any thoughts on how the draft is unfolding for you? What's the big story? What do you think?
I love all the wide receivers going early. That was just that was a lot of fun. I was kind of a little worried when we weren't seeing any offense coming off the board early on, but that was just that run of wide receivers. I tweeted out, Matt Harmon must be just like doing the Fresh Prince happy dance, and so. But I'm a little shocked that it was. I mean, I know familiarity, breeds something that's not contempt sometimes. But I really wanted Malik Willis to the Steelers. I was really hoping for that. But Kenny Pickett, I mean, it just makes instead of going left into one locker room, he's going to go right to the other.
Exactly. It's a great
AC's
fit.
On the clock.
What's that, Joe?
AC just traded up.
Ooh, who's the other receiver that's available if they're going receiver? Sky Moore. Okay, yeah. That's interesting.
Christian Watson.
I mean, how many is this? 7 receivers so far? 6?
I had Sky Moore for the Patriots, but
Sky Moore.
How many receivers have gone?
You know what? Andy Reid, he's done his homework. He's dealt with guys that have had red flags before. This is George Pickens a possibility here for Kansas City. I mean, there's rumors that he could draw, but if anyone can bring a wide receiver in with a little bit of immaturity kind of concerns, it's got to be Andy Reid.
That's a good point. Good point, Matt. Do we know who the pick is yet? You guys know the feed?
Not yet. They're still on the clock.
Whoop, hey,
Yeah, I
that's
have
me.
it.
There we go.
You have it, Kate?
No, all I'm getting is pick is in.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out just as you will then.
Really?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Jorge, your team's the Raiders, is that right? Or Rams? Rams, that's right. Rams. I knew you were in somewhere over there.
Congratulations
Rams.
on your
Super Bowl.
Thank you, and because of that, the Rams don't pick until Saturday. So
yeah.
Well, you won it all, so that's not a half bad gig.
Yeah,
I'm not crying.
They went cornerback.
Corner? Daxton Hill? Who that? McDuffie?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
That's not bad. I think I had him mocked way back to the Minnesota Vikings at pick 12 or 13.
They moved
or whatever,
up to get him, right?
They did.
What was the
Yeah.
trade?
Well,
They moved up.
It's the It's that arms race in
New England guys.
the AFC West.
Yeah.
New England trading down is like death and taxes.
No, I think New England traded out of the first round because they still have 29 and 30.
Wild. They always get what they need.
No, it hadn't updated yet.
Oh,
Patriots
yeah.
got 29.
Okay, because they haven't updated. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because that's the same thing. I looked at the trade.
Yeah, New England does have 29. I'm curious to see what they're doing here. So
this higher pick.
are we thinking if that's the Chiefs pick, are the Packers taking a wide? I'm getting ahead, but shoot.
They have to. I mean, they have to, right?
Oh,
they kind of have to.
They have to. I mean, they can't possibly. I mean, I know they got picked
Well,
28
they can
too,
possibly.
Yeah, after seeing everybody
Pickens.
else, seeing how many go, I think that kind of starts your clock in your head to realize how many people are going off the board at the position.
Man, these receivers, they're really changing the landscape. What do you think of the Lions adding Jamison Williams, and now what does that mean for Amon-Ra St. Brown? Anyone?
I think it helps them, honestly. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown benefits from Jamison Williams being there. I think that gives him the deep threat, and I think Amon-Ra St. Brown works underneath. I think it actually could help him.
Well, we're gonna.
And plus Jamison Williams,
McDuffie.
Jamison Williams may redshirt a bunch of this year because I mean it even 10 months from when he got hurt puts him second week in November. And that's
Well, no, it was January, wasn't it? Wasn't he hurt in January? The bowl?
Yeah, so 10 months from January is November.
Oh, November is okay. Got it. November is when he could potentially be 10 months in. Got it.
He's still got like little chicken legs right now. There's that atrophy or whatever you call that there. He's still got a long ways to go. He's doing about one plate there with the squats. I mean, this is a redshirt year for him. You might get to see him a little bit towards the end. And don't forget, they've already got a guy who could stretch the field still in DJ Chark. They signed him to a 1-year, $10 million deal. So I don't think that really does. I think Chark's there 1 year. He's one and done. Jameson Williams will step in next year. That's what that pick was all about.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, real quick, I got another show to get on, but I appreciate you having me on for the show.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun. Nice meeting everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
Don't
Y'all
be a
have a good
stranger.
night.
We'll see you. Are you going to the expo? You'll be there, right?
Unfortunately, my vacation fell right at the same weekend, so I can't make the expo, unfortunately.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
next
hey,
year.
It was fun hanging, buddy. We'll see you. Thank you. Have a good rest of the night. And
Go to the draft, guys. Have a good night.
We'll see you.
I'm out the door too, so it's been great hanging with you guys, and thank you so much for inviting me on. And enjoy the rest of your draft.
Awesome.
I'm happy
Thanks,
to
Jeff.
be here. So, thank you. Take care.
Take care.
See ya.
So I got a question. I'm just looking at the board right now. Is Malik Willis going to go in day 2?
I think at this point, yeah.
I mean, he could.
Yeah.
He could fall all the way back to Seattle. Seattle could actually take him.
Yeah, I'm starting to get this feeling he was very overhyped, and everyone's on the Malik Willis wagon, and I will say I was not.
In my mock, I had him going to Detroit at 32.
I'll be honest.
They don't have that pick
I
no more.
kind of had a feeling.
Minnesota does.
See, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
Because there was just way too much, and we knew going into this draft class that there weren't really high caliber quarterbacks. So the fact that they're hyping this guy, I was like, yeah, this is just clout.
It's hype. Yeah.
It's hard.
Well,
I mean, the thing is they're comparing. Oh, sorry.
Linebacker, Quay Walker.
Ooh, I like that. Is he the
Oh,
first? Is he
Daniel
the first
Jeremiah
linebacker?
is vibrating right now.
He's the first linebacker. I
so.
called that. I love
Draco
it.
Sirius wants to say hello and go Panthers, right, Draco?
I'm like, Quay Walker wasn't even the best
Hello,
linebacker on his
puppy.
own team.
That's
in
Draco.
But he's risen up the boards here definitely over the last even like couple days. Shoot.
We have Tom's
Yeah,
temper.
Daniel Jeremiah has been.
So the Packers took Walker?
Yep.
Yeah. It's official, or at least it's on the PFF tracker.
So Green Bay has not taken a first-round wide receiver since 2002, and that was Javon Walker. I remember seeing that. I'm thinking, wow.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, they still got 28.
Yeah, I
Still
mean,
got 28.
they're running out of receivers, though.
Yeah.
You know what? I know the NFL has usually a good their finger on the pulse here when it comes to who they invite to the draft. They invited Malik Willis. They invited Matt Carroll. I would not be surprised. We're talking about we've only got the one quarterback off the board. I would not be surprised if Tennessee possibly takes a shot at a Malik Willis, and I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota at 32 takes a shot at Matt Carroll with the situation with Kirk Cousins, just to have that guy. I know Kellen Mond is there, and they really like Kellen Mond, but Matt Carroll, he's a lot of RPO, that new breed of quarterback that we're looking in, and he is just as good of a runner as the guys like Howell and Willis and stuff like that. I mean, if you're Tennessee, you've got Tannehill, you've already transformed a wide receiver into a quarterback there, changed his career trajectory from when he was in Miami. You have the pieces, the coaching in place to make Malik Willis a viable quarterback option moving forward. Because you were just asking, where does Malik Willis possibly go? Does he make it to the second round? We don't know. I mean, if there's some teams there in the first round, both Minnesota and Tennessee are two options there on the table, I believe.
Buffalo just traded up again.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they're going for Jermaine Johnson is still on the board.
See, now Buffalo, they don't have very good track record of taking edge runners, defenders there in the draft. I mean, I like a cornerback here, Elam there out of Florida. I think he's an excellent option. He's a guy who's been moving up a lot of boards.
Hill.
Daxton Hill's another big name.
Running back, Walker, possibly.
Walker, Hall. I mean, we've heard those guys being attached to it. If it is Hall, for instance, it's Singletary there. He's only on a 1 more year deal there with Buffalo. So they'll be working in tandem probably to preserve Josh Allen from taking some of the hits that he's taken the last couple of years.
And they've got 2 picks here, 23 and 25 apparently.
Yeah,
who does?
Oh,
and by the way, Matt, you were saying that Quay Walker's not the best linebacker on his team. Let's talk about that. Him versus Dean.
I love Dean. I think he gives a whole different dimension there. I mean, I've got these 3 linebackers all in that same tier, including Lloyd as well. I think the consensus was Lloyd was the top linebacker in this draft. A lot of people had him mocked going to New England at that pick before they traded back. Some people had Green Bay as an option there. Obviously, Green Bay is out of the linebacker here for now in the first round. But, I mean, I had Quay as my number 3 linebacker. I had him right behind Nakobe Dean, who I kind of predicted would be going to Detroit there early in the second round. And then Quay would be going to the Jets there at the 4th pick in the second round. So I had them really about 2 picks apart. But I just like what Dean brings a little bit more than what Quay Walker does. And obviously, Green Bay feels different.
Yeah, and this entices the Cowboys maybe to take that. Dean or Lloyd.
Could they go linebacker 2 years in a row?
Could they take that hit on the offensive line and bring in another linebacker to help?
Well, Cowboy Joe, you know this as well as anybody. They put Parsons on edge more often than not. And they may have they lost Gregory here in the offseason. So you may
need
Parsons.
A linebacker to put Parsons on the edge again.
There you go.
That's a strong possibility. You got with Dean and Lloyd, you got 2 guys that can cover a lot of field in a hurry.
Hey, the Ravens just moved up into the pick number 25.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did that happen?
For the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. I wonder who they're targeting. I mean, they got Kyle Hamilton as their first pick. I'm just kind of curious where they might go. But
they
Buffalo on the board. What?
Buffalo already picked. It's Elam.
Baltimore originally had pick number 23 in that Arizona deal.
Okay.
Because Marquise Brown came there, so they moved back. Then Buffalo moved up to 23 from 25.
Yep.
So now Dallas is on the clock.
Yep.
All right. What do you think, Joe?
I want Dean.
Me too.
Dean. Okay.
Dean or Lloyd. I want either or. I know they're probably they can't pass up on Lindenbaum, but oh man, I don't know.
I think it could be Lindenbaum.
I would love to have him on the Cowboys. Be another Fredericks.
Linderbaum might not be a bad pick there, man. I had a mock to Dallas, at least one mock draft that I did. It's possible.
I'm going to go Devin Lloyd.
Okay. I like Devin Lloyd.
What are the odds the Rams trade in? It'll just be like a Dumb and Dumber scenario, right, honey?
Yeah.
Those aren't draft picks. Those are as good as draft picks, though.
So I'm looking at NFL on my second monitor, and they're saying best available is Tyler Linderbaum for Dallas.
Yeah, he's the center. He's excellent.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys you could just plug in and he can start.
Yeah, Linderbaum would be a good pick.
I think Jerry Jones takes Dean or Lloyd here, and then trades back in
He was
At least
top,
to
he's
get
a top
the
5
ball
talent
we
in my
call.
opinion, Tyler, but it's just a man for the position. Center's not a high demand position, you know?
I don't like him.
Really?
What don't you like?
I don't like. I think he's going to drop because the arm size matters, especially on the offensive line. And I think that's where he's getting knocked right now. He doesn't have that length that you'd like in that offensive line to create that separation in there. And I think that's why you're seeing him drop. I had him originally at 31 to Cincinnati. I've also had him drop to early second round to, say, Jacksonville or something at times. I just don't see him being here right now based on that arm length. I know so we shouldn't be knocking guys for size because Kenny Pickett just went ahead of Malik Willis and Matt Carroll, but I think that's probably the biggest knock on him. I think that's why we're seeing him drop down. It's not because he can't play. He dominated in college, but I think that arm length is going to be a problem in the National Football League.
It's just purely physical. It's not talent-wise, though.
And everyone's physical in the NFL. Right? You're going to get some big boys coming at you, and you're going to have to be able to create some separation and get hands off. I mean, you get their hands, you're going to get them off you.
Hey, the shorter
It
the
looks
arm,
like we got it. Looks like we got the pick in.
Pick is in. Let me go to the feed.
Yeah, for Buffalo it is.
Oh, they're talking about the pick there. Hey, I want to add in Patrick. Patrick, welcome to the show, buddy. We everyone's favorite Panthers fan.
Patrick!
What's up, man? Welcome. First time. Glad to have you. Oh, you're on mute though. I can't hear you.
Here you're on mute. Oh, look
You're
at
still
that.
on mute.
You're still on
I
mute,
don't think Jerry
Patrick.
Jones passes that skill position.
He's figuring out his mute. His mic is messed. Let me get a headset. 1 sec. Okay, got it. Roger that.
I just
So we all stare at his jersey wall until
Yeah, I mean, he has the
There it is.
most
Picks in.
impressive
Got it.
man cave like that I have ever seen.
I know.
Like, I need to see it like in real life and not in pictures.
Yeah.
I think it just needs to be a Winston-Salem area tourist attraction.
It could be. It could be. He should charge tickets.
Make a little money here. That's how we can get more jerseys.
So FYI, the Bills pick Kahir Elam.
Yes. So we know that, right?
Yep.
What we don't know is the Dallas pick. That's what we're waiting
And I lost
on.
my feed.
Yeah.
To my,
Yeah, they're on. Dallas is still on the clock, according to.
Yeah.
Let me
Joey,
just-
you gotta give us the update, Joey.
Yeah, let me
give
just.
us
I
a
just
spoiler.
I lost it. I lost it.
This is killing me, Joe.
Oh,
it's
man.
okay.
I'm trying to get
I got you. I got.
Okay.
You know, the 2 monitors I have for work are coming in real handy right now.
This is
That
awesome.
PFF.com is really fast.
Yeah, PFF's on the 3rd round already.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my free trial ran out, so.
Oh. Kyrie Elam. Yep. He's a good one, man.
I'm still
Late corner run.
buzzing that we could only see one quarterback going tonight.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, are you there?
Can you hear us?
We're trying.
I'm not surprised with his quarterback.
Hand
play
signals,
because-
Patrick. Hand signals. Touchdown. How would you like the pick? He loves the pick. We love this. Okay. Man, I wish we could hear him.
I mean,
Jeff's
So-
betting guy's gonna make out like a bandit because right now he's sitting pretty. Only one quarterback went.
Look
Yeah.
at that Cowboys fan. You guys see this?
Yes.
Oh man, we missed it.
oh look,
The mob boss is sitting
Look
right
how-
in the center.
Look
Hey,
how
and,
nice that draft room looks.
You know what's
Are
going to
you
look
kidding
even
me?
better next year? Sean Payton sitting in.
Does the draft room have seats?
he does. He looks like such a mob boss. He's like,
Now what are we
Sitting there
going
like-
to
Does
do?
it have an audience? Can he? There's
What
the
is the
Cowboys fan.
Sopranos but football?
Look at that guy. Is that Jerry Seinfeld?
No, thank God.
It almost could pass as him.
It looks like him, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm in the,
It looks
I'm
like
in
a
the
very
NFL draft.
young Jerry
Fine,
Seinfeld.
Cowboys.
Oh man. Oh, the
Collins and
suspense.
Williams almost got to go offensive line, man.
yeah.
I think so. I just voted for Tyler Linderbaum to be the pick.
I like that. I like that pick. I think it's a good
Yeah.
pick for them.
And
I'm
and
curious
Tyrell
what
Smith ain't getting
you guys
younger
are going to
either.
do.
Who do you think?
Yeah.
Jerry
want-
Jones's draft room looked sick.
That
Maybe
was
Jerry
like
Jones grabs Maybe Jerry Jones goes Malik Willis here and just piss off that.
Because you can. You have a draft room like that. You do that because you can. It's like why you climb Mount Everest, because it was there.
Yeah.
Because
I was joking. I was joking earlier here. I said if Davis Mills was in this year's draft, he'd be the #1 quarterback off the board. That's how I feel about this quarterback class.
Oh wow!
It doesn't surprise me that we're watching these guys drop down.
That is
it's
an interesting take.
It's the NFL telling us.
Need to pick yet.
Use it as
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
He's trying to do something.
He could be trading.
Could be. Jerry's famous for that too.
How about that?
Yeah, we haven't
lost
had a lot
Patrick,
of
man. I don't know what happened to
He's
him.
still having audio issues.
Yeah. Darn. He seemed like he was excited to talk too. Oh, there he is. Let's try him again. Here we go. Third time's the charm, maybe?
Maybe.
What's up?
Yes!
Oh, he's got audio.
Yeah, I just switched to my phone. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but hey, first and foremost, keep
pounding. There we go. All right. I like it. All right.
What's up, guys? How are y'all?
We're great. We're great. It's a great
Awesome.
night. So,
We are good.
It is.
so stoked for that pick.
Yes.
Love it.
Icky is staying in Carolina, so it's something we needed, right?
I said it's always a feel good. It's always a feel good moment when you know he grew up a fan of the team. He said he grew up a fan of the Panthers. To have one of our own playing for us is always it's such a great feeling. I love
The feeling when you have a fan, whether it's on your team or in the front office, and it just makes such a difference.
Yeah.
There's love, and that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this year's draft. You got Aiden staying at home in Michigan, right? And then you got Kenny Pickett going to Pittsburgh. So familiar.
I like it. Good stuff.
They keep saying familiarity breeds contempt, but that's not the case here.
Yeah.
I want to invite to the stage here Sam Wagman. Sam, you made it, buddy.
I did make it.
Congrats! It's nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. We're celebrating the Panthers pick a little
Pick
bit.
Pick is in for the Cowboys.
Now we're waiting on the Cowboys pick because we're just so curious.
Linebacker or Jermaine Johnson possibility here, replacing that edge.
Yeah, Jermaine Johnson fell.
Jermaine Johnson is a good one.
It just said it was a
Great
1%
call.
chance of him falling to this pick. 1%.
Exactly.
It
How
is.
is he?
Hey.
If you guys know already, just say.
Yeah, I'm refreshing
trying to
the
get
NFL.
it. I'm trying to get it.
Wow, no one knows.
No.
Hey, Swaggy, did you change your shorts now after that Eagles trade?
Oh no! I just walked in the door. Donnelly, I walked in the door from the airport just now.
Tyler Smith.
I am beyond happy.
Offensive tackle.
Lineman makes sense there. Tyron Smith can't stay healthy.
His back is out every year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Sam,
Just
can
got
you
rid
give
of
us the
Collins.
Sam, can you give us the expression when the AJ baby became an Eagle?
Oh, I was crying. I absolutely started crying. I was waiting for my bags and I started screaming in the terminal.
Oh man.
Not afraid to say it.
Don't be.
I was overjoyed. I was just
is important.
I had just come off a 15-minute bashing of Howie to anybody that would listen about picking Jordan Davis over Kyle Hamilton. So
I know a lot of people were wanting Hamilton there.
Oh yeah, but it makes sense. Yeah, it explains why I didn't trade up for Jamison Williams too.
Yeah, it's like he had it. That was his plan altogether, and it kind of came together for him. And what did they have to give up? I don't know this.
They gave up 18 and 101 for him, and then immediately handed him an extension, which tells me that they've been working on this for a little while.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith, offensive tackle
from Tulsa.
Yeah,
Tyler
talk
Smith
about a guy
is
who's moved up the
bully.
boards.
Oh yeah, I saw him not like a 5th round pick not too long ago in mocks.
Yeah, he's definitely moved up for sure.
Well-
Look at that guy. Wait, you're not looking
Well,
at it.
Terry's gotten
This
it
is
right on
just
the
fascinating.
court, so
Too many penalties. How do you feel about that there?
It's on tape. He does take a lot of
Sounds
unnecessary
like
things, but
Remmers.
he's just He is a physical presence out there, and he will maul you, much like Icky does, much like Trevor Penning does. He is just physical and just mean.
Yeah, sounds like Penning. And also Penning had problems with penalties.
Well, you got to work on mechanics.
Steph says, I never want to hear Remmers again.
It's still a sore spot.
Yep.
So, Patrick, where were you for the pick?
Right here. Catman, he lives, 15 minutes away from me, so he was here. The family, my brother, the kids, of course, the wife. That's about it.
Did Catman bring the baby? That's my question.
No, I haven't even met her yet. The schedules just haven't aligned right, so hopefully soon. But no.
I know you've invited me to come up there. I want to come up there. I just have to come up with a time, a date, and I want to make it happen, man. I
know. I feel like your garage is definitely like the mecca of like Panther fandom. Like, I need to walk through your garage. Like,
Patrick, we've came up with a whole plan. We're marketing it as a Winston-Salem tourist attraction.
Yep.
We're gonna make you some money. We're gonna pay for some more jerseys. We got you.
It's funny. I just came from Winston-Salem.
Oh. Is that where you came from?
Yeah, I had a sales meeting in downtown.
Huh.
Cool.
So many times.
Man, that is.
Is there room for Baker Mayfield jersey on that wall?
He will make.
I don't know.
So is Sam Darnold the ticket here this year? What do you think? Or do you think they're going to go quarterback at some point, either in a pick or a trade for one, or a signing, something?
I don't know. I mean, the first step was to show up the line, right? So we have no excuse. There is no more. Hey, it's on the line. It's on the line. It doesn't give him time. He's going to have plenty of time with Icky on that side, voting on the other side. I mean, you kick Christensen in. Yeah, we got Corbett, and then you throw in Bozeman in the center. I think it's a pretty solid line. Yeah.
Okay.
So
my feeling is we've got to have all this money just sitting around after we moved around money for the player that shall not be named. We all know who that was. We can use that. We've got to use that. And that's where I think that the trade's going to come in. We've got all this money sitting around from restructuring these contracts. That's where I'm team trade, and whether it's Baker Mayfield or whoever it is. But I feel better that it's not a draft pick, because I think there needs to be leadership. Because Sam don't do leadership. Sam looks like a deer caught in headlights every time I look at him.
You're not wrong.
The sad thing is, I wanted Sam to succeed so bad, because
so did I.
Hello, Adam Gase was his head coach, and I mean, you look in instances where he was like the kiss of death for quarterbacks in the past that he mentored. I thought, well, you know what? But now that I'm seeing him, now that I feel like, okay, shame on me if you fool me once. Shame on you if you fool me twice.
And yep, exactly.
What did you have to work with? You fired your offensive coordinator in week freaking 10, and then you set him up with a freaking guy who can't call a goddamn play in the NFL. What the hell does the poor kid have to work with here in Carolina? Give me something here.
Excuses.
And then it was the quarterback carousel. Every 5 minutes, they were changing quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely didn't help.
Yeah, then they're putting Sam, and then they're putting PJ in for one freaking series. Then they're putting Cam in.
I don't get why they did that. Like,
At least the offensive line, now that it's bolstered, I mean, by default, Darnold should be a better quarterback.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I mean, we were all on cloud nine the first couple games, right? Then the wheels came off, McCaffrey got hurt, and it was just downhill from there. Then we got a boost of confidence when Cam came back. We thought that was the answer. Obviously, it just didn't turn out how we wanted. But now, hopefully, with McCaffrey back, hopefully he returns to what we know he can be, and we see the chemistry that they had the first couple of games. Hopefully, it just picks up and we can get back on track. But
and Horn too, 3-0 with Horn.
I'll give you this, Panther fans. Answer this: McCaffrey gets hurt again. Is he on the trade block?
I want to say yes. For the using that logic of fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on me.
Depends. Depends.
But we also heard McCaffrey.
Are you going to restructure your contract?
But also, I feel like
That's
since he's been hurt and now that he's proven he's a liability, unless a team is truly desperate, who's really going to take him?
exactly. His stock is winning. Correct.
You got Kansas City that's running back hungry. You got Buffalo that's running back hungry. You got potential landing spots for
But
him.
are you gonna take that risk with him constantly being hurt?
Depends on
how. Yeah, that's Tom's point. Depends, and also you're not gonna get more than probably a third or fourth rounder out of him. That's the highest you'll get out of him.
Okay, Ravens pick is in according to NFL.com.
Who is it?
Don't know yet. It's just saying pick is in, and obviously our TV feeds are all behind because
that's what.
And there we go.
That's what it comes down to. Christian, though. Restructure again.
Yeah.
So Kyle Hamilton, great Ravens
He
pick
wants
in my
to
opinion.
stay,
I think that's great.
You have to restructure
Oh,
again.
of course.
Yeah, this is what I'm keeping an eye on because I know that they're on the schedule, and also I went to college near Baltimore, so this is one of those teams. I'm like Bone. If anybody listens to the Mac Attack, I have like 5 teams I follow besides the Panthers, and this is one of them. I went to college near
Linderbaum.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Linderbaum.
Linderbaum. Oh man, he's another really good Ravens pick.
Yeah, very good. Very good pick there.
Yeah.
They do not screw up.
See the
They do
Titans
not
take
screw
that
around.
Malik. Take a chance on Malik.
Oh wow, if that happens,
It's kind of amazing that Malik is dropping this far.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think
Unreal.
he was hyped.
Yeah, they needed a name. They needed a name basically.
Because his draft class for quarterbacks was extremely abysmal compared to
Hey,
past.
could Matt Howell become a Panther if you guys trade up?
Maybe.
Sam
Do
Howell?
you
Is that what you
think
said?
we trade up? Do you think we trade up?
I think they're going to try to trade up.
You don't have a choice. You have to.
Move Robbie
Yeah.
by the end of the draft.
I feel like he's too busy. He has to do something. So I feel like we're gonna trade up somehow, some
He's
way.
already
whether
trying. I bet
it's
you
a
he's already
player
trying.
Or, yeah, somehow.
Yeah, well, he's putting. I bet you that little wiggle of bait is Rob, and Robbie Anderson is not a good trade bait.
Maybe Minnesota wants to trade again.
Maybe Robbie wants to come home and go to the Giants or the Jets. He's from Teaneck, New Jersey.
Well, he runs his mouth so dang much, and he ain't putting up numbers.
I hope he lands in the spot. Where
I mean,
Baker
I had
Mayfield
people coming at me on Twitter because I was like, people who live in glass houses should not be throwing stones, bro.
Yeah, he's defending Robbie Anderson, who was 4th in the league in drops, and then he's like saying, "Well, DJ Moore is on there too." I'm like, DJ can be forgiven. Look at his yards compared to Robbie's. Keenan Allen, everyone on there is so much better than Robbie.
Jets traded up.
The Jets just traded up.
Yep,
they're taking Malik.
No, I think they'll trade. I think they'll take Johnson. They were supposed to be really high on
Jermaine
him.
Johnson. So
Just-
all right.
yeah.
So the Jets have 2
Oh,
second-round
wow.
picks. They must have used one of them to move up. I know they have a third. They have 2 fourths.
I'm from the New York. I live in the New York area. I haven't heard anything. So if my phone goes off, I'll tell you.
They need edge help really bad. So it wouldn't be shocking to see him go here.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Wow.
Hey, folks, it's I'm having a late dinner, and plus I'm doing a live stream after the draft. But Jeff, thank you for having me. Everybody,
All right.
enjoy the rest of the draft.
Jorge, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Stopping in. We
Muchas
appreciate
gracias.
you.
Salud,
Thanks for coming in,
salud,
buddy.
everybody. Have a beer.
Salute.
Yeah.
So just for fun, I sat here and I counted what college has won out, and so far Georgia's been the winner.
Oh yeah, Georgia's just. I mean, they could potentially reach up. What is it? 14, 15. I think the record is 16 picks in a draft.
All right, so far, just from this first round alone, they have 1, 2, I think 3. Ohio State is next with
Just think,
2,
Malik
and that's
Hall's the
about it.
second round. Look how much money that team
Winning a,
saves.
winning a national championship will do that.
They're taking Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah,
All right,
they
I'm
took
bringing
Johnson.
Daniel back in. Daniel,
Daniel, welcome back.
welcome back. I feel like we're in like a draft-a-thon here.
Yeah,
a podcast-a-thon. We're still going.
I have to say, I am like heartbroken.
Are you bumming right now?
I am bumming hard, man. Like AJ Brown, my
Daniel's
favorite,
a Titans fan.
Favorite player is gone from my team.
I wonder how that
battle
feels.
it out there.
Wonder how that feels.
What
But
are the Titans doing though?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure. The only thing that I can think of is like
they didn't want to
you know,
pay
they're
him.
just being cheap.
They didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, that is
That's
the
the guy
only
in
thing
the
I
draft
can
that
come
was
up with.
compared to AJ Brown.
Oh,
the
the
pick.
Titans are
Trade.
trading out of the pick. They're trading their pick to the Jets. Okay.
That's not much draft capital though.
No, it's not. Oh my goodness.
God, this Jets draft room is pathetic.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean Jerry Jones.
Nobody on the board.
After Jerry Jones's draft room.
It's New Jersey. It's
Leon Hess rolling over in his grave right now. Just gonna say that.
Look at that guy. Is that a Johnny Lamb Jones jersey? Who's 85? I forget. I don't remember.
Wasn't it that guy from Penn State? What's his name? The big in the 90s?
Tight end?
2000. What was his name?
Tight end? Joe?
Yeah.
Kyle Brady?
Kyle Brady, yeah. Wasn't he 85?
I think he was 80. But anyway.
What's his name?
Do we know this pick yet? Oh, it's
No,
Johnson, right? Jermaine Johnson?
Yeah, that one, yeah. Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
The Buccaneers. I have Buccaneers going and getting Malik Wilson.
Willis?
Willis,
No, man, they're not taking Willis.
No.
That's not a fit. I don't know where he's going though. Some team's gonna have to move up for him, or maybe.
What pick did the Titans get? What pick did the Titans get for this trade?
It was
they could take him.
They traded number 26 and number 101 for 35, 69, and 163.
Then I think we see Willis go at 35 to them.
Yeah. Well, they don't have
Well,
to
you still
worry.
got the Vikings at
They really don't
32.
have to worry about Tampa, Green Bay, New England, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Minnesota, maybe not Jacksonville. I mean,
Texans maybe in the second round.
they're before the Texans.
Are they? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there's only one team to really worry about.
Yeah. I just want to know how Carolina is going to get back into the second round and what it's going to take.
Probably future picks.
It has to be. There's no other way around it. And a future pick, that's like a future first. And I don't know if I want to do that. Even if it's for a quarterback, because next year's quarterback could be better and you might be picking sixth again. Or, eighth. I don't know.
All right, we got
Jermaine Johnson.
Florida State.
Yep. I mean, Jermaine Johnson was a potential top 12, top 10 type of guy. For him to fall this far is really kind of surprising. I'm surprised that New England didn't go after him either, but then they traded their pick.
Never mind. Jacksonville now has the pick.
Jacksonville?
Really?
Interesting.
They moved up? Shoot. Let's see.
Maybe they're taking Malik.
So Tampa must have traded out.
I say a linebacker here.
Yeah, I'm thinking Dean.
Yeah. Dean and Lloyd are still there.
Yeah. I was surprised Quay Walker went before either of them.
Let's see. Let me.
The Packers are next. The Packers are going to take a wide receiver next. They have to.
They might not. I mean, the wide receiver room is getting thin.
It's not thin. Take Pickens.
Or Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever Aaron wants.
Aaron.
Aaron. So yeah, the Jaguars moved up.
Messed up
They traded with who was it? Tampa. Let's put it on the show.
Yeah, let's see.
They're still on the Jets pick, man. I don't even think they've announced the trade.
No, they announced
the TV feed is ridiculously behind.
Yeah,
especially streams.
All the reporters have the picks already.
Yeah,
I'm just getting them off of Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm used to my stream being a minute or so behind, but even with it, when I had my TV on, it was the same way. It was like Twitter was spoiling me, and I'm sitting there going, "Thanks, I think."
Yeah, it's a different age, man. Daniel, you still crying in your beer?
I'm still over here crying. I'm actually looking at my desk, and on my desk, I'm going to turn it around so you can see. I have a few little sports memorabilia things. One of the two that I have on my desk is AJ Brown. It's a card that's like a 1/1 AJ Brown that Panini made. And so I guess that's probably not going to be on my desk much longer.
Daniel, I sympathize. I have on the baseball side, I have one of those that I look at and get very sad every once in a while.
Who is it?
It's Noah Syndergaard.
Oh, Mets fan.
Yeah, if this hasn't given it away.
There you go. What's in that cup?
That was a margarita and a can.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm a little
Oh,
heartbroken.
look at Jermaine, buddy. Look at him.
They're really good right now.
That's the one thing I've noticed. The New York players that have been drafted, they came to play. They know what they're expecting. And I say this again, I'm in the New York City area. They know what the media is expecting of them.
Yeah. I can't really let me turn it up a little bit.
So glad the Jets came and got me. We'll wreak havoc.
Awesome. I'm sure they're glad to hear that.
Hey, that's what they always say, and then they'll shoot themselves in the foot somewhere.
So Tyler Smith is also a hometown boy. He's from Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
Oh.
So the Jaguars made the trade. Who did they give up? Probably their second pick or the second round pick. And they've got their pick in. Do we know this? Do we have a spoiler on this?
Yeah, Devin Lloyd.
I don't have it.
Okay. Devin Lloyd.
There we go. There goes
Good
Lloyd.
pick. Good pick.
I mean, they could use that for sure, right?
Yeah, Bucks got 33, 106, and 180.
Whew.
Yeah, Twitter is definitely faster.
Yeah.
But as someone said, the media has these already. So it's a matter of when is the embargo off that you can leak this information?
Right.
You ever heard the conspiracy that the NFL draft happens a day before they televise it and everybody just knows everything?
So a couple years,
that would be wild.
Imagine that.
So a couple years ago, when the draft was in Nashville, I think this was in
2019. 2019.
Okay. I happened to be in town on business, and I wandered downtown. I watched them setting up the stage. I didn't see anything. So your conspiracy theory might be wrong.
Well, all the people who were there live.
I was at work and missed it, but I saw the notification.
Like they have the pomp and circumstance of the draft for TV and the media, but they really do the draft like a full day before. So
every week for us.
But I will say definitely pomp and circumstance was a great way to describe it, because if I don't know who's been to Nashville,
I have.
but this was on Broadway. So this was at the end of Broadway by about First. And all of like First and Second was blocked off for this ginormous stage. And I stood around, I was watching it a little bit. And then I come home, I regret not extending my trip to stay. I couldn't afford it at the time. I remember coming back and just seeing Broadway packed shoulder to shoulder and thinking, how are they fitting all those people in there?
Kate, I'm kind of from the Nashville area, so I was there. It was a really cool experience.
As I said, I was there on business, and I was visiting a couple I work in higher education, and I remember a couple of the universities saying their staff had already been told at the end of the week, just work remotely. We're not having you come in. It was too much traffic. And one of my appointments, the person I was meeting with was about half an hour late because she couldn't. She had to park off campus and get a shuttle bus to get to campus.
Yeah, it was an absolute zoo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. On one hand, my extroverted self would have loved it. On the other hand, I would have been like, please get me out of here. There is way too many people.
All right, so let's see who Jacksonville gave up for this trade.
Daxton Hill. They're showing.
Oh, a bunch of stuff.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking at a pizza commercial right now. And
Daxton Hill, that's who they took?
No, they're just showing him right now.
Oh, okay. Got it.
No. Now they're showing
Devin Lloyd.
Oh, that's right. They took Lloyd. You said that, right?
He's really got the swag down.
Well, they also got they got that Atlanta linebacker in free agency, Olakun. So now what? Green Bay's on the clock?
No, we still are waiting for.
We know Jacksonville's.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Okay. Who did they take?
Lloyd. They took linebacker Devin Lloyd, the Utah linebacker.
Yeah, Packers on the clock.
Packers. So you still think there's a receiver for him? I don't know, man. I think it's getting kind of thin.
I'd say Sky.
You think Sky? I mean, George Pickens is there.
Sky, Pickens, Watson. They're all options there.
I don't know. I don't really see them. Maybe Sky as a first-round receiver. I don't really get that from the other two. How many receivers went in this draft?
Well, I don't know. The Chiefs might take a receiver on 30.
6?
6 so far.
Let's see. Man.
The Packers would be idiots to not take a receiver here. You got New England and Kansas City right behind you.
I think at that point,
Vikings could possibly take one as well. I mean, you have to take one here if you're going to take one anytime soon.
Yeah, you don't take a receiver here. Aaron Rodgers is like, you know what? I got to hang now. I can't play all season.
Says the pick is in, but I mean,
Devin Lloyd from Utah, linebacker.
Yep. Let's move it over. There it is.
Lamar's pissed that the Ravens traded away.
Yeah, he just tweeted, "What the fuck?"
Whoa! Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, now.
WTF?
Damn. Well, that's a shocker. I mean, when it came across, I'm surprised. That's kind of a knee-jerk reaction from him. Usually, you don't see that.
Well, he hasn't signed a contract yet. He was putting it off. This can't make him want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And he and Hollywood, that was his guy.
They were tight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Lloyd.
The fit with Kyler is even better considering they played together at Oklahoma.
Nice.
That's wild.
So who do we have next? Green Bay, right? That's what we're talking
Green
about.
Bay pick is easy, and New England is on the clock.
Who did Green Bay take? What's the spoiler?
Devontae Wyatt.
Yep.
What?
Okay.
The hell?
It's a tech, so they didn't take a receiver. How about
They
that?
haven't taken a first-round receiver in 40 years. He's going to sue this team.
Man.
At this point, Aaron Rodgers is just kicking himself.
Unbelievable.
Well, one good thing that you can say is they've had a lot of success with second and third round receivers. You know, think about Greg Jennings, think about Devontae Adams, think about Randall Cobb, think about Jordy Nelson. There's some good receivers that Green Bay has had that weren't first rounders. And I mean, Javon Walker being the last first round receiver. Shoot, I mean, he was good, and then he was traded to the Raiders and did nothing. That's surprising. That is surprising, and continued to surprise. No Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Yep, your bet guy's gonna make it out.
I don't know what Carolina should do. I don't think the answer is to take Willis or to make a move.
No.
I don't want to draft a quarterback.
Now I want someone with experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said earlier, Sam Darnold is not a leader. I'm sure he's getting there, but he needs a little help.
Well, we'll see.
And you need that mentorship.
Well, he's got help now.
If you can't work with him, then he needs to GTFO. Because
at this point, you got a viable choice. I know nobody wants to say it, but Kaepernick is still out there. A 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Very Joey. I mean, Kaepernick wasn't even that great when he last played. What was that, like 4 years ago?
His record was
5 years ago.
6
So,
years ago.
I mean,
no,
man.
He was a running quarterback.
I mean, he was decent. We'll put it
and
that
he
way.
sucked before he left. Let's be honest. He
I
tried.
think the whole thing for you guys imploded when you guys got rid of Bridgewater.
Well, I mean, you can't. There's no argument there, in my opinion. But
he was the game manager.
Really, the first time we cut Cam, that was that was like. Shoo.
Oh yeah, because that Matt Rule just got in. Kuechly retired.
Like free falling descent from then on.
Well, you don't got to pick to the 4th round. Malik might be there for you guys by the 4th round.
No way.
Malik might be waiting in the 4th round.
Oh man.
Well, I don't want him. Okay. He can want us, but we don't want him. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm not.
And just getting back to Colin, any team that takes him on, and I said this about Deshaun Watson, you have to be ready to handle the public relations aspect of it. And this is why I was very much against the Panthers taking Deshaun Watson. Is you bring in an owner that wants to quote unquote #change the culture. You take somebody that has 22 lawsuits against him.
He's still facing suspension, though. So he's still going to face suspension.
Yeah, it's a public relations nightmare.
So the Browns could just say, "Yeah, thanks for the pick," but somebody else is going to be throwing the ball this year.
Yeah,
I don't think he plays. I think he plays, but not late into the season, not early on.
All right.
Well, it's early, man. We're still only in, what are we in? April. A lot of time left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Green Bay and New England both in. Let's see what my local news is going to be talking about for the rest of this weekend. I live in New England, in case anybody's curious.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, man. I'm Mets fan in New England. I like that.
So I'm originally like Brittany. The one thing Brittany and I have in common is we're both from New Jersey. Also, we're both redheads, but we're both from New Jersey. And I still yell 18 wins, 1 giant loss at obnoxious Packer fans, at obnoxious Patriots fans in bars.
Yeah.
Well, I've had many an encounter. My best friend, who actually just got married last weekend, I was up in New Jersey for that. She went to school at Drexel University, so she was in Center City, Philly. So you walk into a bar with your Peppers gear on, you better be ready. You better be ready to like shut fans up, like Eagles fans.
I lived in part of New Jersey that is the borderline between New York and Philadelphia, and I had to adopt a very thick skin for a few years.
You do. That's why I'm like, nothing really bothers me on Twitter, because I had to take a lot of crap from Eagles fans growing up, and you know, Giants fans are interesting. When they're good, they'll shit talk you, but when they suck, they put their head down and they're like, my in-laws.
Really, I grew up in Jersey as a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
The Giant season has been over by week 4 for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
it's interesting all the New Jersey connections we have in this room. I lived there for a year and a half. So
I'm from Philly, and lived in South Jersey my entire.
My wife is from South Jersey.
Has anybody heard of Cole Strange?
Yes. He's he's someone who he's rising up the boards.
Well, he rose into the first round. The Patriots just picked him.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
All right, then.
How about that?
Hold on.
Bill Belichick taking players that nobody knows.
Mr. Strange.
He's good for it.
Guys, I hate to jump in here. I had to run. It's been a pleasure. As always, I'll see you guys around, and hope to do this again.
Yes, Patrick, thanks for joining us, buddy. We appreciate it.
You bet, guys. You bet.
Right.
Talk to you guys soon.
Keep pounding.
Yes.
Okay, Okay, so now that we found at least a few more Jersey folks on here, I know Brittany's Jersey Shore. I'm like near Rutgers. Daniel, did you say you were from Jersey too, or you lived there?
I lived there for a year and a half. My mom remarried, and we moved up there for a little while. I lived in Stanhope.
Okay, so you're way up north.
Yeah.
I grew up in Cherry Hill.
In Jersey City.
Okay.
Oh, Cherry Hill.
Yeah, and I had a house in Margate, so probably close to you guys down the shore.
Oh, Margate's beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So I'm born and raised in Woodbridge, home to Richie Sambora. He was ours first. Went to my high school. And I lived down Exit 8 for a few years before I moved up to Connecticut. So
nice.
My mother-in-law's friend dated Bon Jovi like before he was famous, like back when they were like 17 years old. So,
and we apologize to everybody else. Apparently, this always happens. We find all the New Jersey expats when we get together.
Yeah, we do have quite the New Jersey connection because my wife is from Burlington County.
Yeah.
In like the Riverside, Delran area, if you're familiar with that.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, well, there you go. And she's an Eagles fan. And so is her entire family.
I denounced my New Jersey.
Yeah, we denounced. When we moved down, we denounced our New Jersey heritage.
It's so crazy how like North Jersey and South Jersey, they're like separate states, separate entities, separate customs.
They
cut it right
Absolutely.
down.
Yeah, you got Giants fans and you got Eagles fans.
And Jets fans.
And Jets
It's
fans.
generally
No, but nobody's a Jets fan.
Fans are hidden though.
Yeah, the
Nobody's a
Jets
Jets
fans like hide.
They live under the rock.
And then they come out right before the season. Jets are going to win the Super Bowl, and then by week 2, they're like slinking into the shadows again.
Yeah, I'm so.
Yeah, mostly in the
And then
South.
Central Jersey, we just don't exist. Never mind, we gave you Bon Jovi, we gave you all the Kevin Smith movies, and Rutgers. We just don't exist.
Nope. You got to pick a side. It's either North or South. Which one do you want to be on?
And I lived on that dividing line for about 5 years. So, and I'm going to say Exit 8, and only the Jersey folks are going to understand this.
Yep.
But for everybody else, it was about half an hour drive from Princeton University. But it is literally the dividing line. It is very strange because you can go and you get both on your cable TV, you get both New York and Philly stations, and you're kind of confused as to where to go.
Yeah, we got New York and Philly stations. It was the cool thing. 5 was New York and 16 was Philly, so you can watch the Giants and the Eagles.
And I get that here as well because I'm in Fairfield County, Connecticut, where we're the county of Connecticut that they would probably give to New York if they wanted to. So I get both, at least for 3 of the major networks, I get the Connecticut stations as well as the New York stations. So I can watch the Panthers if they're playing the Giants, the Jets, the Patriots, or it's a national game. Otherwise, I'm up the creek. And most times I just get out of the house and go to the Panthers bar in Manhattan.
Most important question for the Jersey folks. Pork roll or Taylor ham, which one is it?
They're both good.
Which one is it?
Pork roll.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pork roll. All right, hey, so I want to say hi to Skylar Callahan for coming on. Of course, you guys know Skylar from Panthers SI. I'm hoping that you got some extra scoop here on what Carolina might be doing in the second round, and thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so as of right now, it seems very quiet, as I just told Jeff behind the scenes, but doesn't look like they'll move into the second round. They'll consider it. This just depending on how the board falls. There's nothing really that they're really looking at. And even Blake Willis, they're not really tempted to move up. Third round, again, if the board starts to fall where they see certain guys ending up possibly slipping into the fourth round, they're going to stay put. Where if they see guys that they have at the top of their board start to go, they may move up. But as of right now, I think they're going to stay in pat.
And the thing is, if you're going to move up, one, it's going to have to be a future first-round pick, which we don't want them to do. And if you're going to move up, it's most likely only to get a quarterback. And I'm not necessarily sure if these quarterbacks are someone that you should move up for, especially when you can use that pick next year on a better quarterback, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've been told, there's a very strong possibility that we see Desmond Ritter in the third round, and the fourth round. I don't see anybody taking a chance on these quarterbacks for a while. I mean, Malik Willis might go tomorrow in the second round, but there's a very good chance he could slip all the way to the third.
Wow.
So it just depends on how much, how much of these teams really think of him. There's a reason why he's still available.
Yeah. Right. Yep. The guy can throw, but I mean, you still got to play the position.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got unreal upside, a ton of potential, but there's a lot of questions that come with his game. And I think some teams that like Carolina that may look at a quarterback, I think if they were to draft one, you're going to probably see them lean to more like a Desmond Ritter, maybe even a Bailey Zappi, someone that everyone's forgetting about out of Western Kentucky. He was down here on a 30 visit last
Carson
month.
Strong too, right?
Carson Strong still in the mix. So, yeah, there's still some good quarterbacks in this class, and I wouldn't be shocked if they come away with one.
KC got an edge rusher.
KC did?
Yeah, Karlaftis.
So not only did Green Bay skip on a receiver,
so did they.
Kansas City did as well.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the talent is getting thin.
Yep. But that's going to be it for me. I got to get off. I need to get out of these clothes. Thank you.
You got
for
it, man.
me,
Sam,
Jeff.
thanks for coming on and rushing to get on with us and join us. We appreciate it. And hopefully your evening gets a little bit better and that you don't have that jet lag. And it was good meeting you.
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you guys.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, Patriots got Cole Strange from UT Chattanooga.
Yeah, he's that guard that we were talking about who just moved up the board pretty quickly. He's who else? Who were the guards we're taking? You've got
Kenyon Green.
Kenyon Green, thank you. You've got Linderbaum, if you want to call him a guard.
Yeah.
What other guards went? Zion Johnson. He's a tackle.
Scrolling through the list right now, and I'm not seeing much of anything.
The fact that he jumped up into the first round like that, and I mean, shoot, the Patriots know what they're looking for too, and they traded back. That's
Bengals are on the top now, and it's going to be another offensive lineman. They need that.
Could be or corner.
Could be too. You're right.
Daxton Hill available, or did he already go?
Zion Johnson.
Zion Johnson went.
Yeah, to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's 3 guards.
Yeah.
All right, so Chiefs pick is in, Bengals pick is in, and the Vikings are on the clock.
Hey, Skylar, have you heard any media interviews with Icky yet?
We actually wrapped up with him about an hour ago. We have the press conference on our site, so if you would go to SI Panthers, it's up there. Scott Fitter and Matt Rule's also up there as well. But we should have an introductory press conference, more of a formal one, probably either tomorrow or Sunday, if I had to guess. With him being local, he may be tomorrow.
Is he Icky?
Go ahead.
What's that?
Is he ecstatic to be in Carolina?
Oh yeah. He's definitely ready to go. You could tell that he's very very thrilled to be there.
Okay.
Yo, to the Bengals.
Kansas City Chiefs, George Karlaftis from Purdue.
Oh yeah, there's an edge.
Daxton Hill to the Bengals.
Oh yeah, I see the.
Daxton
I see
Hill.
the. I guess what is it? A video on the site, Skylar?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Full videos should be up there.
Let me see if I can pull it up on here. Let me just get it queued up.
Yeah.
There's an ad. I gotta watch the ad.
Well, they took Daxton Hill after Eli Apple getting burnt toasted in the Super Bowl.
Eli Apple is hot
The
garbage.
Yeah.
The Icky interview, I think, started like middle of my question. So
Okay.
I forgot to hit the record button. So
All right, hang on. Let me get this shared here. One sec. Do I have to get rid of the other one to do it? I think I do. That's okay. I can go back to it.
All right. We're already like jumping ahead by
It's okay. I kind of want to see this, so let's pull it up.
Let's pull it up.
Let's go with this. Share. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's play it. Let me turn this up a little bit.
Told them that I really feel like I can play anywhere they need me to play, and my versatility, like you said, is one of my strongest points. So I'm gonna use that versatility however they see fit.
For context, I asked him if they had talked to him about playing tackle or guard. So,
got it.
Hey, Icky, congratulations, first of all. A two-part question. First of all, describe yourself as a player, as an offensive lineman. And then secondly, also, if you could let us know about your suit for tonight.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I feel like, violence, physicality, strain. I feel like those are some of the key words that I use to describe my game personally. And with the suit, I start with a chain. I actually had a 704 right here on the chain, and green, white, green for my Nigerian roots, and I got Icky on the chain as well. That's my nickname. I actually have the Nigerian flag on the lapel as well. So it's another homage to my Nigerian culture. And I actually have red bottoms on the Christian Louboutins because the splash of red represents NC State, the Wolfpack. So really just kind of put this whole thing together. Just stories about my life.
Hey, Icky, congratulations, man. I'm with the Athletic here in town. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You weren't the first player taken tonight, but you were the first offensive player taken. What does that mean to you and kind of the journey you've been on?
Yeah, man, I just feel like it's really cool, really blessed. I guess I made history some way today. And, I just feel like it's honestly just such a blessing.
And then I wanted to ask you what your kind of background and history is with the Panthers, like games, whose jerseys did you have, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I actually had the Thomas Davis jersey growing up, and I actually met Thomas Davis this morning as well. So it's kind of crazy how things lined up. But I had a Thomas Davis jersey going up. I was at the NFC Championship game when they beat the Cardinals. I was right in the end zone. So, I've been to a couple of games. I've been able to see, the ups and downs of the team. And I'm just so fortunate to be able to, I guess, have such an impact on the team's legacy.
David Newton, followed by Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, David Newton with ESPN.com. Welcome back to Charlotte. What are your favorite places to eat in Charlotte area?
So I used to go to this breakfast spot called Le Peep a lot. It's probably like 15 minutes from my house. That was really good. So I used to go to this spot called Improper Pig. I thought that was pretty good. I used to go to this spot called Pizza Peel. Like we used to do O-line dinners when I went to Providence Day. So we used to go to try a bunch of different restaurants. Pizza Peel is pretty good, but I think that's like a little bit of a franchise around Charlotte. Maybe, not like one of those mom and pops, but yeah, I've been to a couple of restaurants.
How weird is that, though, to be able to step into your first NFL city and know where everything is?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's kind of nice, kind of being already comfortable with the city and the environment. It's just one less thing I have to worry about and one less thing I got to focus on.
What's your favorite memory of growing up in Charlotte?
Growing up in Charlotte, I'll probably say
right now.
Growing up in Charlotte. Well, so right around my house, there's this thing called Matthews Alive, which is like the county or the city of Matthews. I mean, there was a big festival. And I remember the first time I went as a kid, that was back when I could fit on all the carnival rides and all that sort of stuff. So I was trying all the rides, and that's the first time I had fried Oreos and all that sort of stuff. So I probably say that's probably one of my best memories.
Appreciate it. Enjoy this ride.
Fried Oreos, gotta love that.
Hey, Icky, congrats, on being drafted and everything. I'm just wondering, when you think back on your journey and what it took to get here, what type of things kind of come to mind? What type of things maybe perhaps bring a smile on your face?
You said what type of things keep a smile on my face?
Perhaps bring a smile to your face when you look back on your journey.
I guess just all the support I've had for so many different types of people, so many different people in my life. I have some of the people here with me today in Vegas that have supported me. My old wrestling coach, high school football coach, O-line coach, all that sort of people. And I mean, it really just kind of just seeing all the support and kind of just having them here with me as I achieve my dream really brings a smile on my face.
Can you take me through your morning this morning? What was that like, waking up and knowing that the draft was here? Were you nervous? Can you take me through your feelings and everything in your process?
I mean, honestly, it was kind of crazy. I I woke up this morning. It's probably the first time I really felt like a little bit of nervousness. I was pretty much excited until like this morning. I was like, dang, like it's really crazy. Like, my whole life's about to change. And then, we visited with the commissioner, and Thomas Davis was there, and Troy Vincent was there, and kind of just instilled some wisdom into us. And, that was nice having some of those conversations and everything like that. And then really after that, I just got ready. I put my suit on like noon today. And, the fact that I'm finally here, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Congrats. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We go Scott Fowler, followed by Will.
How long is this thing?
Congratulations, Icky. Scott
9
Fowler
minutes.
with the Charlotte Observer. Apologize for the background noise. So I want to go back to the Panthers for a minute. So you consider yourself a Panthers fan, it sounds like. Would you say
that?
That's good.
Okay. So
that's really good.
I assume you followed it the last few years. They've had a number of losing seasons in a row. And I wonder what your thoughts are about when and if and how you can help that change.
Well, I'm really just going in, I just want to do everything I can to help win. So I thought that kind of starts working. I'm sure they're going to send me a playbook soon, making sure I get in that and just doing everything I can to be the best player on and off the field.
Have you spent and I apologize for not knowing, but did you spend your entire childhood in Charlotte?
I did.
Thank you.
How about that?
Congrats.
Thank you.
And what kind of pizza do you like?
Hey, Icky. First of all, congrats, buddy. Again, like Darren said, welcome home, but you're always here. Have you got any phone calls, any texts that are crazy? I don't know if you've even had a chance to look at your phone yet.
I hadn't even have a chance. I haven't even looked at my phone since I got that call.
I like that question, though.
What are your plans in coming here? And they've already got a picture on the scoreboard here already at Bank of America Stadium.
Oh, really? Dang, that's crazy. I'm really just, after I leave here, I'm going to go celebrate with my family, celebrate with my whole support staff that's been here. And, I'm really just excited.
Man, congrats, dude.
Thank you.
All right, we follow up with you, Chris.
Hey, Icky, congratulations to you, man. I'm Chris Lee from WRL in Raleigh here. I wanted to ask you, since you're back at home, do you get a new place or do you stay with your parents?
No, I'm going to get a new place. Yeah, I'm going to get a new place for sure.
New
and
place.
Then along with that, you guys
What
went
game's
through
going
a time at NC State a few years ago. You guys kind of went through, a bad season, and now you guys, of course, made the great turnaround with the season that you had last year. What type of energy and swag does that give to you as you're trying to, put that into a professional career and what you can bring to the Panthers on that offensive line?
Mm-hmm. I feel like, the motto of NC State is really hard, tough together. And I find this past season, we really just the whole team really just kind of bought into to that mindset. We want to be, we want to be hard. We want to be tough. We want to be together. And I find that chemistry, that togetherness is really kind of what grew our team. It really was what helped us get over that kind of hump for the 8 wins. So I feel like this starts with, connectivity, kind of just being able to, talk to some of the guys in the room and being able to just kind of have that personal side to them. And I feel like once you make things, once you have that personal side, it makes it even easier to kind of, critique each other and criticize each other. And that, at the end of the day, it just makes it all better.
Cool. Thank you, my man.
No problem.
All right, guy.
Thank you for taking the question. And Icky, you mentioned wrestling earlier. How did that sport help you in your preparation and your growth as a football player?
Great question.
It definitely helped me a lot. Just level changes, being able to move my body around and throw my body around and keep leverage, and having to sprawl and react quickly when guys are shooting on you. Hand fighting too, having to, fight for position and all that sort of stuff. And also like a mindset thing too, because on the wrestling mat, it's just you and another opponent, and it's just one-on-one. You gotta do what you have to do. I feel like it's one of the toughest sports mentally and physically. So I feel like, a lot of my football game really comes, I can attribute that to wrestling.
Okay. And also to follow up, does it really matter to you where you're slotted, whether it's guard or tackle, left or right?
Nah, just wherever Coach Kemp feels like, we can win the most games.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Icky, I'm going to put you in the waiting room. But for everyone else, thank you for joining the Zoom. That'll be it for right now. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. That was it. Let's move back off of there.
There is a confidence that he carries that I
Mhm.
really like.
Yeah,
And
likable
that-
guy.
Yeah, that like whoever just said that, likable guy. And I think there's a confidence and a leadership that he carries that he's going to bring to this team.
You know what? And I mean, I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass, but I almost kind of get vibes like future Thomas Davis for us.
Yeah, leadership type of role.
Minus the knee injuries. Yeah.
He's already a fan of his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to say a lot too.
About it, Thomas Davis is like the mayor of Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know? And then but you know, this kid very much reminds me of him. He has that passion, like you said. He's got that good energy. And
yep. That's the phrase. That's Brittany. That's perfect. Good energy. And I think that
TD's the mayor of Charlotte.
That just carries around.
Yeah, well, we love our Moose.
What are we gonna call him? Slicky Icky? I don't know, something.
Hype man called him Pancake King.
Pancake King. Hey, whatever. As long as he keeps our quarterback upright and stays away from
we'll
holding
sing that
calls.
we'll sing that banger. It's safe to rock around. It's Icky instead of Icky.
All right, I like that. Let's get it going on the stadium.
So while we were watching that, Daxton Hill from Michigan, safety, went to the Bengals, and the pick is in for the Vikings. And I am seeing some very interesting dressed people right now in Vegas on the NFL Network feed.
Oh, that's that's normal.
I know that's normal. I'm just like, no, okay.
It's like 8 o'clock there, right? 8:30. So they're probably
gosh.
Hey, the night's still very young.
The fact that it's 8:30 there. I'm
I
like,
know.
my eyes are rolling in my head. My watch was yelling at me before, like, "Hi, it's your bedtime."
Oh, I know, mine too.
I love watching games on the West Coast there, especially in Vegas, because you can just go out after the game is over and you're like, whoa.
And
I'm just not used to that.
And if it's during the summer, you stand there and go, it's 97 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At 10:30
10 o'clock at night.
I can live with this.
All right, so here's the Vikings pick. I've got the feed, but there's only one more pick left. I don't know if it's
Lewis Klein from Georgia. So Georgia's a big winner tonight. I think
Yeah, there's a possibility that it could break the record. I forget who it is.
Is it Alabama?
3.
It might be Alabama.
4. I'm counting 5 picks from Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, they could potentially have, I think, like 15 picks in this draft.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
I think the record is 16. Skylar, you know that? I heard it. I saw it somewhere.
I think Ohio State has the most first rounders, but I'm not sure in totality.
Yeah, but anyway.
I got a text. It's nothing like crazy, but I mean, it's kind of stuff that we expected, that if nothing is done tomorrow in terms of getting back into the second or third round, there should be a quarterback on this roster by Saturday night.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. So someone.
Don't know who that's going to be, obviously, but
PJ Walker's going. Well, as long as Matt Rule is in the house, I think PJ Walker has some sort of a role, right? Because those guys go back so far.
Yeah. I mean, at least practice squad.
Yeah.
Sure. But
right.
I mean, I don't think you could be mad about what they did tonight. And you know, even if Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback, like, the team is still much improved.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that after losing out to Deshaun Watson. You're not going to get another guy that's going to be.
So it is looking like they're gonna draft a quarterback Saturday.
Well, I wouldn't quite.
Maybe not necessarily draft.
Baker Mayfield's in the play. You got Garoppolo. You got.
Okay, so there will be another, because I was just trying to
You got Cam Newton in free agency.
It's like my 11:30 brain is like trying to process.
I would say if they don't get anything by round 4,
okay.
If say Ritter or Howell doesn't fall to the 4th, then I think we'll see them make a trade. But
yeah,
I don't
the
know.
only thing that I'm kind of concerned about with Carolina is how they can replace this Han Reddick. And I know they still have some free agency money left, but shoot, I don't know. They got to do something.
Yeah, Rasheem Green was in for a visit last week, so I don't know. I don't think anything's really materialized there, but that's probably their best bet at this moment. But I don't know. I actually said to one of my buddies at SI that if Thibodeau would have slipped at 6 and say 2 or 3 offensive tackles would have gone, I wouldn't be surprised if they would have taken Thibodeau.
Interesting.
But
folks, I hate to go, but I've got to jump. So,
all right, Daniel.
Yeah,
As always, it was a pleasure, buddy. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming on. And
I do have to get going as well. I've got work in the morning.
Yes. Right.
So do I.
So
All right,
Brittany,
guys.
I got to say, Brittany, thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
This was very
It so
sweet
nice
of
just
you.
to be able to talk and also to have another chick on here, you know?
Yeah,
nice to meet you, Kate.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you all for indulging the New Jersey reunion. Keep pounding, and everybody have a good night.
All right.
Bye,
Take
y'all.
care.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So sweet.
We are done with the first round.
Yeah.
So what else do you have to do, Skylar? It's late, man. It's almost like midnight. What do you got going
Tyler,
on?
who would you say the biggest winner in this draft for the first round is? Who was the biggest winner? Who were teams you felt like, boom?
Detroit.
I really like what the Giants and Jets did.
Giants, yeah, right.
New Orleans,
yeah. 2 picks.
I like
Philadelphia. There's a lot.
Honestly, I'd have to go Giants. I mean, if you can get Evan Neal and Thibodeau, I mean that's incredible. I mean, I think either way they were going to be perfect with whatever happened at 6. Because even if Carolina didn't take Icky, they were going to get. If Carolina settled on Evan Neal, I mean they're still getting offensive tackles. So.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to be calling me at 11:45 to do another video shoot. So.
Ah, all right. Well,
be up late on this stuff for sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, appreciate you coming on and chatting
you.
with us and sharing the video and everything.
For sure.
Looking forward to the pick. I think it's great that hometown kid is here and just the fact
And
that
the passion.
yeah, the passion and the fandom. He already has the fandom. So
for sure.
He's already invested in his team.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go to get there either. So
yeah, cool.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, if you guys ever need me back on, just let me know.
Yeah,
We would
absolutely.
love to have you back on.
We'll do,
Thanks,
man.
guys. I appreciate it. Take care.
Yep. Good night.
See you.
Good night.
And there were 3.
Oh, they're gonna be 2 because I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. We can end this broadcast.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and do that right now.
It was a really great show. Thank you all for joining us who are watching from home.
That's right.
We had a lot of awesome guests. Thank you again for all your time, for taking time out of your night to discuss football with us.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Pounding.
Always
Pounding.
Cowboys.
We are